Fuck it.
Fuck it, we're doing it live.
Fuck it.
Welcome to Blue
Fuck it.
Rupees Podcast Episode 2.
Fuck
Welcome.
it, we're doing it
Welcome.
live.
Fuck it.
Edition.
That's what you do anyway. Why you act all fucking weird about it? Hey, what's up, everybody?
Must
Welcome
be
to
the
another
money.
video. How do you introduce your videos? It goes, welcome to
Hey,
another...
what's up, everyone? Welcome to another Blue Rupees. With your boy Gordon the Movie God, that's me.
Welcome to another reaction video for today. And this time
Hey.
we're taking a look
And
at...
this time, we'll take a look at two shitheads on Skype.
Yeah, are you reacting to us doing the podcast?
Yeah. It's like, oh, look at that. Oh, he's got Windex in the background. Oh.
Look at that cat staring at nothing.
My cat is intent on trying to get inside the printer for some ungodly reason.
It's just like, is there food in there?
No printers.
Oh. You know, you should scream really loudly right now. See what happens.
I gotta just scream really loudly.
Gore, scream
I'm
really
not
loudly.
French, that's gonna be
Gore,
real
scream.
loud.
He'll attack you.
Gore, scream.
Oh, you can't hear me. So.
No, scream. Just do it. Fuck it. Ah!
Juniper can't hear you.
Hey, cat. Hey.
You see it, just look up what.
Hey.
It is a bad podcast. All right.
This is the best podcast. We have a
Alright.
special guest.
Cat.
Cat, yeah, we'll put at cat in the
Dude, this is how
description.
you get more views. I've done the numbers on this. Having an
Yeah,
adorable
show a
animal
cat that's
leads
like
to more
not
views.
interested and not looking at the fucking camera and like hidden behind a printer.
Do you have,
Yeah, I keep telling you, she keeps trying to get inside of it.
Get in. Push her in. Help her. Get her in there. Wait, yeah, there you go. There you go. Shove her in. Wait, are those paper towels that you have on top of the printer?
Yeah, I've been doing some cleaning because
I thought that's what
that's
you use
some
as
wood
printer.
polish.
I thought that's what you use as printer paper. I was like, damn,
Yes, I print everything on fucking paper towel.
Oh, times are tough.
No, I was using the good old wood polish, and that's not a euphemism for once.
Yeah, for once.
For once.
Yeah. For now, until later. All right. So,
For after the podcast.
all right. What are we talking about? What movie are we talking about?
I'm pretty sure we're talking about Friday the 13th.
I'm wearing my Hanzo hoodie. It's cold in my room. So it's
How cold is it in New York right now?
right. It's not that cold in New York. It's just for some reason it's cold in my room. It's weird because sometimes it'll be like freezing outside and it'll be hot in this room because I have so much shit on. But then sometimes it'll be like hot outside and cold in here. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Everything's on too. Like, I have like 2 lamps on, like 10 fucking consoles on, and it's still cold in here. Right now, it's cold. And outside, it's nice. It's like nice, like 60. I'm like, oh, that's good. It's not too cold, not too hot. It's perfect. Except it's fucking cold in here.
It's not too cold, not too hot.
Outside.
I know, just
If-
it's always warm.
Yeah. I wouldn't call it warm though.
It's moderate.
Yeah, it's almost warm. So anyway, video games.
So we're talking. We're actually confirming Borderlands 3 this time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Unfortunately, it is not Everybody's Here edition.
No, it is not. Well, kind of almost.
I mean, everyone's story-wise is there. That's alive.
Tales from the Borderlands guys in it.
Yeah.
So almost there. Well, they couldn't do that anyway because of some things that happened in previous games. So
We'll talk about it. Talking about Drive Club getting delisted.
we just talked about it. There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Right. Scratch that one off.
No, I got a little tangent I could go on for that one.
Okay.
So Bethesda's E3 shit. PlayStation's new, I guess
Refund policy.
Their new policy on refunds, and then talking about the first game on the Jackbox Party Pack 6. Now those have been coming out yearly, huh?
Yeah.
Man,
Has it been
is
yearly?
that 6 years of Jackbox that we had now?
It's been yearly since 2013. I
That's
think.
6 years of Jackbox. That's fucking weird.
2013 was the first one.
No shit.
14,
That's wild.
15.
But to be fair, we didn't really play the first one.
It was a 2014. Wait, 14, 15.
Yeah, 'cause
16,
you gotta
17,
count
18, then this one, yeah. So it was 2014 was the first
But
one.
we didn't really play the first one online because that one was weird. But we definitely started playing. We tried to figure out dumb ways to play Jack. We'll talk about it. And then another good old conversation of bullshit.
Bullshit.
Also, I'm gonna have you guys play a game here at the end of the podcast too. That I totally just remembered right this second, so I'm really prepared for it. But we'll get it set up. Don't worry about it.
Nah.
Oh yeah, you don't like games, right?
Yeah, I hate games.
Yeah.
We're talking about movies, right?
Yeah. Who's excited for
I can't wait
Endgame?
for that Sonic the Hedgehog movie to come back in here, dude. We'll talk about
Sonic. Oh, Sonic's gonna be an Endgame. He's gonna beat
that.
Thanos.
Is it gonna be like Subspace Emissary where all the heroes die at the end and Sonic comes spinning
Oh,
in, hits Thanos, and does a
yeah.
little.
Whoa!
Yes.
He spins really like he goes really fast and just takes the Infinity Gauntlet off his hand.
You're too slow.
You're too slow.
All right.
Tails whizzes by.
Fucking shits out whole chili dogs.
Whoa!
So
That came out of my butthole.
all right. So let's talk about what have you been playing this week, Gore?
Nothing.
He doesn't play games, remember?
He buys them.
I actually no. I have played a couple games, only a couple. I haven't continued Devil May Cry, which is sad. I have to get back into that. But I started that Generation Zero game that I showed last week. It's a well, I told you it was a kind of like a survival game, kind of like DayZ, except there's giant robots instead of zombies. And that's pretty much what it is. It's glitchy as a motherfucker though. I played the first hour and a half of it, and the AI is pretty stupid on all the robots, so they just kind of like clump together and just like stay there and get shot. And they're kind of stupid, but I do like the way it looks. Like graphically, it looks really nice, and it is a multiplayer game. I didn't actually realize that until I bought it. That's like a I guess more like a survival game where you jump in and you'll find people along the way. And the map's huge. It's a first-person shooter, by the way. I don't know if I ever brought that up.
No.
And yeah, I mean it's fun. It's glitchy as hell though. I had one moment in the first hour and a half where I guess I jumped on a rock in a weird way, and because I jumped on it in a weird way, I fucking launched in the air. So I didn't die though, so I guess there's no fall damage. But I was like, all right.
What
cool.
game is this again?
Generation Zero.
Oh, that's that one, right?
Yeah. Also, it's weird. I don't know if there's a penalty for death at this point, because every time I die, it just says respawn, and you just respawn immediately where you died. Now you don't. There's no like money taken away or anything. You just respawn there with 20 health, and every time you die, I die like 10 times in a row in the same spot because there's like so many robots. And you just keep coming back. I was like, all right, there's no penalty. I didn't lose anything. I was like, all right, screw it. So I guess the game's kind of easy. Right?
Oh yeah.
So you just keep coming back. I also, I don't know. I'm already kind of finding it kind of repetitive. Like I'm only about 2 hours in at this point, but it's starting to get a little repetitive. Where you just walk around, find places, shoot robots, walk around, find places, shoot robots, do missions where all you do is go to this place, find shit, shoot robots. Same thing over and over again so far. But all right. I mean, 48 on Metacritic. I don't know. It has some promise. We'll see.
Okay.
It could be good later on. I'm sure they'll update it because it's been getting shit on when it comes to like the glitches, and there's a lot of glitches though. But no game breaking ones so far.
I'm glad you played that instead of Devil May Cry.
Well, yeah. Well, I wanted to. I was actually for some reason I was craving it. I really wanted to start Halo Reach again. I don't know why, but I just had like.
Well, might as well just wait till it shows up again.
Yeah, but I know it's not going to be that better looking. Where like right now I have the urge to play it, and when it comes out on Xbox, I might not even give a shit anymore. So I installed it. I started the campaign, and then I just like kind of stopped. I was like, "This is good, man."
I will say
campaign.
I'm not a Halo person, but there was something about the balance of Reach that I really liked.
Yeah, Halo Reach is great.
I still think the ending is one of the best endings in video games.
Yeah. You mean the post ending, pretty much, right? Where you have to survive.
Yeah. So have you ever seen
Because that's at the end of it,
David?
No, I haven't like played through the story. I've just played a bit of multiplayer.
So it's super cool. So you go through the whole thing, and like you already know it. Everyone knows the story of it. Is this team essentially just gets cheap out of there, and you know they're all gonna die. Finally, it comes down to just you. You're the only one. You finish the mission, and then it comes back like a post-credit thing, and it becomes playable again, and all it tells you is mission survive, and the level actually just keeps going until you die, and it gets progressively harder because more and more and more enemies just start surrounding you, and there's like not really any cover, and then it's cool because your armor will start breaking too, so like eventually you just won't be able to see your health, or like you'll see cracks in the in your field of view. But that's so cool because it's kind of like that realization that you have like no everyone knows what's going on, but then once you get like about a minute or two in, and you're like, oh fuck.
Huh. Is there an actual possible end to it, or will it just keep
No,
going until
it
you
will keep
finally
going.
It'll
die?
just keep going. Yeah,
But,
it'll
I
just
mean,
get
it
more
gets
and more
hard.
harder.
Like
Yeah, it gets fucking
I
ridiculous.
wonder if anyone's gone through with like an AI script through it to see how far it can actually go.
it'll just keep playing. Like it literally won't end.
Yeah, well, I wonder if it'll keep going until there's like nothing but elites and grunts and where the
Yeah, that's
chicken
what I mean.
guys.
Like, I want to see
Yeah.
how severe the situation gets.
Well, I'm sure there's probably an end point where it spawns more, but it'll wait until like certain like if there's like 50 characters on screen, it'll start waiting until like 5 die and then add the 5 again. There's no way in hell the engine could handle like hundreds of grunts and elites and shit on the screen. But
That's just some fucking some battle royale shit.
yeah, that's you know what I would like a Halo battle royale. I think that would be kind of cool.
I think yeah, just don't even just drop the fucking the soldiers.
Drop the soldiers.
Drop the ODST. And like
Drop
that thing
the
that
so-
they
yeah,
you
I know
dropped
you
them,
mean. Yeah, with the.
I had to
Of
think of
course.
the name for a second.
Drop the
All right,
soldiers.
cool. Anything else you playing?
Well, I'm gonna play Borderlands today because I got that. I had a fucking
How does
fight.
leveling
for that.
works properly, right? Because I'm not gonna get to it till this weekend.
The 11th. What do you mean?
Like if you
Oh, if you team up with somebody.
Yeah.
I can't remember. I think it auto levels, but I'm not sure. Like
Yeah.
I think it'll scale everybody down for your skill level or something like that. I'm not really sure.
side note,
I'm actually not too
you
sure.
did unboxing for that.
Yeah.
You mentioned that you didn't think the minimap was bad in the first one. There was no minimap in the first one.
Oh, was there no?
No,
Well,
that
I
was
was
you.
just I didn't remember it being
Right.
bad.
Yeah,
Right,
there was
so
no.
I don't remember anything about the first game besides
Right.
vague things. I
Yeah,
guess.
that was the
'Cause
addition.
It's been like 10 years.
They added the minimap in general, so there's a
Holy
minimap
shit,
in
has
now.
it really been that long?
Yeah, 2009 it came out.
Damn.
I mean,
They
I
should have
played
called it
the second-
Borderlands
I probably.
Anniversary Edition or something like that. Borderlands Anniversary.
Yeah, they should have called it anniversary or something, but no. I mean, they did add new stuff.
Because I think that's
new
so
character heads.
that's so
Yeah.
misleading. I think when you call it Borderlands Game of the Year Edition, because like it technically there's already a copy of that on store shelves.
Well,
Yeah.
it's because of the fact that it's the Game of the Year edition enhanced. It's a marketing thing.
But they don't even say it enhanced. It's called Borderlands Game of the Year Edition.
At least on
and-
PC, it's called the enhanced edition.
But and then on Xbox, there's actual copies of it, like an Xbox One case, but it has just the
Yeah.
360 logo next to it.
Yeah, I have it somewhere.
Oh, gotcha.
Where did I leave it? Where's my
So like
copy?
at a glance, it looks like the same copy, which is totally misleading.
Yeah, that is kind of frustrating.
I think this is
Because
called Borderlands
like on
Anniversary.
Steam, they actually go out of the way. Oh yeah, that's fucking stupid. But yeah, no, on Steam they actually go out of the way.
Oh wait,
to say
no,
it's the
that's
enhanced edition.
that's your new copy.
Yeah, this is my new copy. Look at him. That was me at the GameStop store. Me putting the fucking gun in my head when they gave me a copy that was gutted.
So, well, we can talk about that right now.
Oh yeah, sure.
Go.
Came with a nice looking map. Look at this.
You want to talk about
Hold on.
talk about what happened?
Hold on. Full screen this? Full screen that.
You know, that's
I'll
cool and
just
all,
be
but
the
you know
thumbnail.
what's cooler, Gore?
That's cool?
You know what's
yeah,
cooler?
what's cooler?
A sealed copy.
Oh, you're a dirtbag.
That's what happens when you don't shop at GameStop.
Doesn't matter, you have to open it anyway, bitch.
Nah, man.
Yeah, they're probably gonna restock them anyway, so you might as well just open it.
I don't know. Like, it.
They are because remember the Katamari?
Did they restock those?
my-
I was gonna ask about that.
They did, yeah, they did. I sold mine like a few days before, and I was so happy I did. I sold mine for like $80, and then they immediately brought them back out. I was like, oh,
Hell
I'm so
yeah,
glad I did.
brother.
Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah, brother. Made that dough.
Oh yeah.
I'm a dirty reseller bitch. Anyway,
Jesus.
You fucking scalper piece of shit.
I'm a well, originally I wasn't gonna sell it, but I guess you're right. Borderlands. Borderlands. Oh, by the way, I got my Adrian, you gotta like this. I got my Dustin Elysian Tale
Ooh.
Nice.
collector's edition. Hey, opening that bitch.
Did
That's
you
saying sealed?
did you get that Ubisoft collection of board games?
Yeah, I got that too. It's somewhere. I don't need to show that one. You believe? I got it. I did
All
get
right.
it.
All right. So,
What were we
well,
talking
that's
about?
all what you buy.
So Borderlands
but
3
you
is
been
what
playing
we're
anything
going to
else?
talk about.
Yeah.
Oh, actually,
Yeah,
that's right. We're still just talking
we
about
haven't
what we're
even
playing.
cracked. Yeah,
we haven't
yeah,
even gotten that far
calm
yet.
down.
Yeah, you have to talk about what we're playing. Hey Ash, what you
Did
playing?
you play anything else, Gore?
Nope, that's it.
Okay.
I
David,
think.
what'd you play?
Lately, my day job has been keeping me disgustingly busy, so I haven't
Take
had
the
much
Switch
of
to
a
work,
chance to
dude.
play anything that isn't just dead simple and quick. So I've been playing a lot of
Witcher
turns
3.
of Civ 6.
Wait, which one?
Civ 6.
Oh, Civ 6. Okay.
Yeah. Just
So
because it's something I can just quickly go ahead, pull it up, do a couple turns, and move on.
you play it on.
PC.
Okay. I'm thinking of getting it on Switch.
I was originally going to when it came out, but
Civ?
it's one of those things that I can't imagine when you're 400 turns in the Switch handling it that well. I mean, fuck, my computer barely handles it that well.
To be
I've
fair,
heard it handles pretty well.
it eventually starts slowing down, but to be fair, I don't see myself ever having a 300, 400 level turn game of Civ.
Yeah, I'll be lucky to get to turn 4.
But you know what?
They beat me already.
I got it. I don't like the UI. It's got the UI of the mobile game, which some people like, but it's like one of those where if you so much as like don't remember every single thing about the tutorial, I feel that you're gonna just lose yourself in the UI. Because I was having to constantly look back and remember everything and have to do all this, and it was like which sucks because I was super excited. I bought that like right away because I like Civ whenever I get a chance to play it. But I don't know. I'm gonna try it again. They actually just confirmed cross saves on those too, so you can cross save from
Yeah, they just came out with that.
from Steam to
By the way, Borderlands has that too. If you have it on Xbox One or PS4.
Oh, nice.
So if you play it on 360 or PS3, you can bring your save over. Which I was gonna do that just to see where I left off, just to like, let's see what I did like 9 years ago when I last played it. Because whenever the last DLC came out was the last time I played it, which was probably 2010. But anyway.
All right.
Okay. Civ.
So cool.
No.
What else have you been playing? Is that just Civ?
That's with day job. That's all I've had the chance to really play.
That's fair. Let's see. I tried a few games. Obviously the usuals. Watch and smash
Wait,
literally for the rest of my life.
No, shut up. I forgot a game I played. Yesterday, I played a game for 20 minutes, got 1,000 out of 1,000 achievement score for, and you need to play this game. It's called Metagal.
Oh, I have that. Yeah.
You have it? Play it. 20 minutes, get all the achievements.
Let me check to see. Let me check to see if I got that on Xbox.
It's a Mega Man ripoff. It's terrible. But actually, no, it's not that bad.
We just said it's terrible.
It's not that bad. But no, but 20 minutes you get all the achievements.
Hell yeah! Oh wait, I got it on Xbox and Switch. Hell yeah!
Oh, you got it on Switch? Oh, you fuck.
No, I got Xbox and Switch.
Oh, okay. There you go. Go at it. It's actually not that bad. It's a competent Mega Man.
Really soon, I have a lot of games just not actually downloaded. I really want to knock out a stream, like a full day stream of us just going and just playing all of these, because
sure.
There's gonna be some gems, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah, we should maybe actually set that up as kind of like a sister podcast. So this is just kind of like an occasional stream week or something, or a stream day.
That's just called a stream.
Yeah, stream.
Listen here, we're trying to make it more professional, right?
Yeah, but I'm not gonna commit to like doing more shit for this podcast. But that's just like a random stream where it's like I'm playing Overwatch. I'm like, I'm bored. Let's do some random ass indie games.
I'm bored with Overwatch.
Oh, it could be like a once a month thing. It doesn't have to be a consistent schedule.
You're asking a lot of me. I'm not good at commitment. All right.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So,
this will probably be the last episode of this podcast. So.
No, we're gonna make it to the 20s and then we're gonna end it.
And then we're gonna end it. Okay.
Yeah, that's what we usually do. We get to about 20, 23, and then it dies.
Yeah.
You never had
my
me
longest
before.
going.
We'll
is like
make
26.
it to 30, and then we'll be done.
All right. So actually, you know what? Not Another Movie Podcast is my longest running podcast now.
30.
Yep.
We're up to episode 30 right now.
It took about a 5-month hiatus, but we got there.
Yeah, we got there eventually.
No, was it? No, it was like it was about 5 months, right? Because we started back in like.
Yeah, we stopped it around like October, and then we started it again like February. So
we stopped it before my trip.
It might have been September.
Because we stopped it around my trip. Because remember we
did a couple after your trip because we talked about like Black Klansman when it first came out. That came out like September, I think.
Oh, okay.
And
still
like
have
Alpha.
we still
Remember
have that
Alpha?
2017 podcast we recorded.
Anyway, let's stop talking about movies.
What I've been playing. So I actually started up Baba Is You, which is from
Yeah,
I
Kyle
didn't know
told
what the fuck that was.
you.
It looked like a meme game. And
I
I
actually
wasn't.
heard decent things about it.
Yeah,
It's
no,
great.
it legit looked like a meme game, and I wasn't sure about it. But
You
one
know
of
what it
our
looks
friend,
like?
what?
It looks like one of those dollar games on Switch that you'd always see in the top 20 or
Yeah,
30
it's
because it's like always on sale for $1.
right. They need
But
some
when you actually see the gameplay, it actually looks good. But every time I see the thumbnail, I'm just like, looks like one of those games that was like $10 and it's like 90% off right now. That's why it's in the top 20 or 30 or whatever the fuck they do.
yeah, but it's also $15, which is always like the weird price that kind of makes it stand out. I've been playing that though. I got through like the first little. I got through about like 15 puzzles. They're pretty short. It's an interesting concept. I almost don't want
It
to.
changes the. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
I'll explain it then.
I
So
know it.
do you know what this is, David?
I have a vague idea about it. I've seen it a lot on like Reddit and whatnot, but I haven't looked into it.
So essentially, it's like you have like a map that you're on, and it has things listed. So it says like Baba is you, wall is stop, uh, water is sink, and stuff like that. And you can actually move around those attributes as you're walking around this. And you're trying to get to flag is win. And so like one of the puzzles will be like, all right, so wall is stop. So you go around and you move wall is stop to like wall is you or something like that, and then you
Okay.
start moving around as the wall.
Oh, okay.
So essentially
It's
you do
kind of
that,
neat.
and you got to figure out like ways around this. So like you got to make there's like one level later on where it's like you got to make rock is sink, and you got to sink some of the seaweed that's blocking your way. Then you got to like switch to something else to like get around there. So it's really interesting. There's really cool mechanics in there. Definitely one of the games where it's not really a thing you can forget about. So I could see myself just popping this game in every once in a while, knocking out a couple puzzles and leaving it, which is
All
good
right.
because I feel like a lot of puzzle games, if you once you lose the groove of it, you're just out of it. But this is definitely one of the ones you could pick it up. Um,
Okay.
what else have I been playing? I've been playing Cook Serve Delicious too. That's fucking fun, man. You guys need to get
Yeah.
that game when that game comes out. You know what
Yeah.
fucking sucks though is so I was explaining last time is like so when you're doing so it'll be like patty. So you gotta go to the triggers, move to the patty things, hold like the trigger, and then it'll have X Y B A for like tomatoes, lettuce, onion, whatever. Then you gotta push the other trigger to activate X Y B A for like ketchup, mustard, whatever. So you kind of get into a zen of like pushing these buttons in like specific order. The fucking problem is that in my mind, and it's funny because like I really shouldn't have this issue, but when you overthink mechanics in the game, you start to kind of trip
Sure.
yourself up.
Yeah.
Um, so in my mind, I was I was playing the Switch version right with the Pro controller.
Mhm.
Every time I see X, I have to think about it.
Hmm.
You know, X and Y because everything's
Oh,
flipped,
yeah,
right?
Yeah,
yeah.
because it's different on
Yeah, so
the
like
Switch
Xbox,
controller.
I'm sure I'm fine. Like Xbox, I'm
Yeah.
probably gonna actually
On
buy
the
an
left.
Xbox as
Yeah.
well because I'm able to just like zoom through it really quick. But man, like that's such a hard game to wrangle down because it's like I had to like double think it, and the thing is once you get into like rush hour where it's like lunch rush and there's people like lined up and then all your shit's starting to go down and you're just like holding it and it's like a split second to be like X and then you fuck up and you're like fuck all right send it out that guy's pissed already fuck it. So that's a super fun game. I think Chris, you should buy that and
Yeah, I
definitely
probably like it.
do a little playthrough of that or something because you'd like it a lot. It's a super fun game I think.
Give me a
The
playthrough.
original definitely was a lot of fun. My buddies and I will actually play it kind of like co-op, where we'll have one person be like the sous chef that announces everything as it's coming in. The other person just kind
Nice.
of does the control, then switch over.
It's super fun. I'm gonna definitely get it on Xbox though. I think specifically just because I'll be able to remember where the ingredients
Button
are on
arrows.
the X. Yeah, so I can
Yeah,
just start memorizing. All right, this is where everything's at. Because that's a game I've always wanted to play.
Right.
I have it on Steam, but I definitely been waiting for
same.
more of a console version. So there's been Cook Serve Delicious and
Ugh.
anything else
Oh.
lately.
Professiononation at its finest.
Oh.
Played a
God.
little bit of Division. Me and Gore did.
Yeah, about 25 minutes. So I even bring it up.
Yeah,
I
but
did play a little bit by myself.
I keep wanting to play
the
that,
other
but we
day.
just picked the worst times too.
Yeah, well now we have a fucking Borderlands. So
I think
I
it's
need
a
to
good.
get through some of this fucking backlog, bro. I can't stand looking at it.
I don't want to fucking hear about backlog from you guys.
I have a huge backlog.
I don't know, Dave. I think Gore might be able to challenge you in how many sheer games he owns.
Yeah, I still need to play like I'm looking at shit like Danganronpa 3. I want to play that.
I need to play
Persona
Danganronpa 1, 2,
5.
and 3.
Look, I have
Do Steins Gate. Like this,
I have over 1,000 games I own I haven't played yet, so I don't want to hear about fucking backlog.
I'm probably the same way. I mean, I'm not gonna legitimately say that there's 1,000 games in my collection that I want to play, because I mean,
Gore also collects games that he does not want to play.
Like if we go from percentage of how much I want to play certain games, it's definitely gonna be lower than like Persona 5, which I'm waiting for that Switch one now. So
I'm not. At this point, I get why it's gonna come out, because just Japan, Switch is going to make them a ton of money porting it over.
And Joker's
but
on
at this point, I don't get it. I don't know.
What do you mean you don't get
Persona
it?
5 was a major disappointment.
Damn,
man.
And that's coming from someone that
even the cat's
the cat just fucking got pissed.
the cat's fucking out of here.
It's like, all right, fuck that. He jumps out the window.
I put in the effort to platinum that game, and after going through 100%ing everything, I can honestly say I have never been that disappointed with the Shin Megami Tensei game, just because of the fact that you spend about 20 hours for the story to ramp up and for it to start to get interesting, and then you pump the fucking brakes for 60 fucking hours. Basically, everyone trying to figure out the mystery you've already solved because of one fucking dialogue line.
That's fine. I don't even know what the fuck he's talking about.
I played Persona 5 is like I don't know what the Persona 5. Persona 5 is 100% my summer game. I think I kind of want to. I don't know. I really
still need to play Red Dead Redemption 2. Get the fuck out of here.
That
better not be your
I'm
summer
more interested
game.
in Persona.
What'd you say?
I'm more interested in Persona for sure.
You're interested more in. You're a fucking weeb. Get out of here.
Nah, I can agree with Adrian.
Once they add,
he's a weeb.
Once they add Arthur Morgan to Smash, I'll change my tone. But I don't know.
Yeah, okay. Because Arthur Morgan fits really well with Mario.
Hey, the snake's in there, man.
You know, you played 2 hours of it. Shut up.
Yeah, it was just the long. It was a good movie. You know what? That 2 hours, fantastic movie.
It's a good movie. Yeah, it was a good movie. Better movie you make.
Have you guys seen, I love those videos where it shows the theatrical cut, but someone hops off the horse like last second before they knew that it was going to go into a cutscene. So you see everyone like walking around talking, but you see just Arthur Morgan just running, still talking with everyone. Yeah, so how you feel about that, Arthur? I don't know, man. Just running alongside everything. Have you seen that?
No,
I can visualize.
Oh, it's hilarious. Yeah, it was going around Twitter when that game came out, but man, it's fucking hilarious.
We should have a segment on this podcast where we just try to get through some of our backlog. And like,
that's what we can do with like the
I've
Twitch
been wanting.
thing.
Once school slows down, which it's not going to, so I don't know why I'm saying that, but I mean, I only got a month left, but once everything starts slowing down a little bit, I wanted to do like just an early morning Sunday stream where I just play some other game. That was always my plan. That's been my plan when I started streaming to begin with. Is just Sunday morning, start it up early. It's making a morning podcast, grab some coffee, and just knock out some backlog game for about 3-4 hours.
You definitely need a schedule for your streams.
Yeah, that's been mostly my thing too, is trying to figure out a schedule, but we'll see. I don't know. Right now it's hard too because I have so much shit going on.
I just remembered, I played another game. I played Gang Beasts.
Oh yeah,
I was playing that game for like 2 hours right when I bought it, and I was fucking having a blast playing that by myself.
It's so fucking good. I tried to tell. So
I knew it was good. I just didn't want to play it on PC
just so everyone
I don't
knows.
like playing shit on PC.
Just so everyone,
Sorry.
Well, first off, okay, let me jump in there for a second. Playing on PC is a hassle when you have to organize a bunch of controllers for that.
Yeah,
I had a bunch of friends over for Game Beast, and man, we had controllers from every console playing, and it was the dumbest thing. Like, all right, who gets the Wii U Pro controller? All right, you get that. I'm using the old 360 controller. I got the Xbox One controller. It's like it looks so.
Yeah,
stupid.
that's what's great about it. Everyone can use whatever they want.
Until it fucking doesn't work that well.
Yeah, it does.
No, PC game is dumb. Go upgrade your
console
shit.
peasants.
I just want to say that I don't like Human Fall Flat. I really don't like that game. I mean, it's pretty much the same thing, right? With the same kind of characters and kind of movements and whatever.
Well, it's a puzzle game.
Climbing. It's different because it's fun, and Human Fall Flat is not fun.
Well, Human Fall Flat is a puzzle game.
It can be fun, but the couple times I've played it, I never had fun with it.
I thought it was all right. I mean, it's definitely not anywhere near Gang Beast.
Dude,
but...
Gang Beast is fucking fun.
Dude.
I haven't even played any of the modes besides Melee. That's the only one I played.
Oh, did you play the one where it just keeps dropping?
No, just Melee. Melee is just the fighting one where you have to knock them off the thing.
I've been trying to tell everyone in our Skype group who plays these games, like, buy this game, and I was like, oh, I don't know, man. And they just do that with a lot of games. We were having a discussion where I got upset at people because they didn't want me to buy them fucking Friday the 13th, even though that's a pretty fun game. I would be down to play that game with everyone. But for whatever reason, it takes them they complain that we play the same 2 games over and over again, but then when we bring up something else that we're for sure gonna play, they don't want to do it. But Game Beast, I have loved that game. Whenever my friends play that, like literally, that's the one game where we need to play that again, but it was such a hassle to deal with. So I'm excited to.
Dude, my favorite arena is definitely the wrestling ring. Because I'm getting like Royal Rumble flashbacks. I'm just like trying to throw that motherfucker over the top rope.
And you raise him up your head.
I can't get him over. I'm fucking knocking him in his face.
Dude, when you jump and punch someone in the face, they just fall. You're like, yeah.
The headbutt, fucking trying to kick and do the headbutt and shit. The motherfucker grabs me from behind. I'm like, what the fuck?
Or you're trying to drop someone, they just keep holding onto your hand for dear life.
Yeah. No, me.
There was one game I was playing where we're playing on the blimp.
Now, actually.
We're playing on the blimp, and you can't see everything until it like does a silhouette when everyone's behind you. So we just fell, but no one fell, and then it did a silhouette. You see one person holding on, and like a chain of people just holding on, and then the person on top's like, "Goodbye, fuckers," and just lets go. Just
my favorite one is honestly when you're on the construction boxes up in the sky.
Yeah, like
just because there's always that one asshole
that knocks it over. That's me.
To hide inside.
That.
Okay. I thought you were gonna say that one asshole is trying to climb up top to knock the thing off. I guess you can do that because everybody. Wait, that's you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody tries to knock it off.
The second I do that, dude, I just start knocking everything down. I'm like, all right, we're going down, dude.
Yeah, the elevator's the same thing. Like every time there's somebody like climbing up on top, I'm like, oh no, I'm getting the fuck out of here because I'm not good at climbing yet. I can't really.
No, I've been playing that game for years and I still suck at the climbing.
Yeah.
So
right there, that game makes sense. I don't even get pissed when I die. I'm like, this is fun.
It's just such a great party game. You can't not have fun.
Yeah, that's a game where even if you just die right away at the beginning, it's just hilarious because you're seeing everyone else. Yeah. So yeah, shameless plug. Twitch.tv/Depunked. We're definitely gonna play that on stream, 100%.
Yeah.
I'd be down to play with you guys. What consoles do you guys have it on?
What the fuck do you think?
Could be Xbox, could be Switch.
It's on Switch.
It's not on Switch yet?
Nope.
I thought it came out on Switch.
Nope.
But that means I'd have to buy the game and Xbox Live. That's stupid. I just got a basic black one here.
Yeah, well, that's not funny.
Oh, that's that's fucked up. I'm the racist one. I got the white one. Fuck, where's my black one?
So, get it on Xbox. We'll play. It's 8 players too, so.
Yeah, but that means I also gotta throw in for Xbox Live, and that's stupid just to play one game.
Yo, Adrian, buy them.
You can usually find cheap Xbox Live deals if you go on there.
Yeah, maybe I'll look for like a 1-month deal or some bullshit like that.
That's a fun game. That's a fun game.
We're gonna play that this week 100%.
I'm surprised by how good the multiplayer online works. Like
that was a work in progress for a long time, so I'm glad they nailed it.
Yeah, it works well. I mean, there's not like a lobby system or anything. When you're done with that game, they kick you out, which is fine though, because you don't really even know who the fuck you're playing with anyway.
Plus, it sits well with the type of game it is. It's very much just a pick up, play a round or two, and call it a day there.
Yeah. They even make it so you have to press up and hold a button to see who's who anyway, so it doesn't. And while you're playing, you don't want to do that anyway because you're trying to knock people out.
Right.
Exactly. One thing I will say, I wish they made it so that you could switch the controls around because I hate holding the freaking bumpers. That's what you have to use the bumpers to like grab onto somebody and punch. And I don't know why the triggers are never used. I love the triggers. They're nice. They got that feedback that I like. This fucking shitty little bumpers I hate. So and I hate those for any game controller nowadays. And for some reason
the Switch the Switch Pro controller is not bad actually. I like the bumpers on that one.
Oh well, yeah, those aren't really even because the triggers aren't really triggers anyway, aren't they? Just buttons. So, I mean, you don't really have much of a choice when it comes to.
I'm definitely gonna buy it again on Switch when it comes out. So whatever.
Yeah, I'm surprised it didn't come out on Switch first. I thought it would be a better pick for.
Well, to be fair, I think it's smarter to always release everywhere else first because you're gonna just make that money and then you're gonna get double dippers on the Switch anyway.
Yeah, and it's doing well from what I've heard on Xbox.
I'm sure.
I think it's in the top 10.
Good, it fucking deserves it. Speaking of buying shit, what did we buy? Gang Beast. Gang Beast, Borderlands.
Now this one's not. I mean, I showed it already. But this one I didn't buy recently. I bought this like 10 years ago, but I did get the
Those take forever. I got the Celeste collector's edition coming to me, and that's still a little while off.
Yeah, I mean, they tell you that when you buy especially a collector's edition, this shit ain't coming for a few months. This one was supposed to be here, I think. I can't remember. Was it November?
1992.
Yeah, 1992, like 20 years before the game was even made. No, but I think it was supposed to be here around.
That was a while back. I remember you.
I think it was November. They said it was supposed to be here, something like that, and it just got delayed and delayed. I mean, it looks nice, even though they fucked my box up. You can't see, but it's like
that's for a refund.
Yeah. So of course I got a dented box, pricks. But yeah, I got it. And what else did I buy? I think that's it. Borderlands and that. I got the card too.
You also got that
got that trading card. Yeah, who wants to trade? I only take holographic Charizards.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's the best. That was my Christmas gift one year when I was a kid.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the only foil I've gotten for the limited run games cards there has been the Dragon's Lair trilogy collector's edition I got.
I was gonna get that. Fuck, I should have got it too because I love Dragon's Lair. But I think it was just like low on money, and it was like I think the collector's edition was like what 60,
limited,
70.
Limited
like
run games
90?
editions are
that's
super
why I didn't get
expensive.
it. And I'm really pissed. I missed that Bloodstained one by like a minute.
I got it.
You know what? No, you know what you should tell me. If
I missed
you
it by a minute.
If you miss it, tell me because my game shop. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, okay. Because I mean, it just went on sale a couple weeks ago, so they definitely didn't ship that out yet.
Yeah,
all right, let me know.
We'll talk about it.
Right.
But yeah, I got the I pre-ordered the Curse of the Moon one just because I already have the Kickstarter for the actual big edition of the full release game.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Curse of the Moon.
Yeah, some of the collector's editions are like way too much, and you got to buy it for just the games you love because
the Curse of the Moon one.
I remember you always talked about this. Is you used to buy every single limited run game, but then they decided to like let's go balls out and release one every 2 seconds.
It's every 2 minutes, and I was like, oh,
yeah, because it was cool right away, right? They numbered it, and you would have a whole collection.
Yeah.
But now there's like so many of them, and there's like so you gotta be like, all right, only the ones I want now. But there was some there's some that I really want, but I don't. I've been coming to terms with like I just need to stop buying collector's editions. So I've been like not buying them. Like Celeste was the exception because that game I fell in love with, so I'm like I need that one, and that one's super cool.
Yeah.
But
the reason why I didn't get Celeste is because they did the pre-order thing, and I think it was like $35. I was just like. Not that I'm gonna resell these or anything. I haven't resold a fucking limited run game yet, but it just I don't know. It feels a little bit more special when it's just like it's like 1,000, not hey you have 3 weeks in.
The collector's edition was limited.
Yeah, the collector's edition was. I didn't have my first.
Yeah.
Right. No, the other ones, yeah, it does.
This one I had to save up for because I knew because they announced at E3 this one. They had the E3 press conference. They said Dust is coming. I was like, oh shit. And even that that took longer than the regular version too. The regular version came like a month ago for everybody else, but some of them are crazy. The Night Trap one I got though.
Yeah, so you need to be picky with them, but that I really wanted the Toe Jam Mineral one, but I didn't like the contents of it. I thought it was kind of lame, so I didn't end up buying that because that was like $65 probably, and it was like just a few pins and like a map, and I'm like, no, that's not worth it.
I got the Oddworld Munch's Odyssey one, and I regret that one. I didn't like it.
Which one was that one?
That Munch's Odyssey. That's I
know that. But what was the collector's? Are you just talking about?
It had it had a soda can in it. It's supposed to look like the
cool.
drink from. Well, no. The thing is that I don't usually open them. So
gotcha.
I like to have a presentation thing, and the box looks like it's all the way over there. I'm not gonna get it. But
I always tear
the box looks like
out.
shit. Yeah, but the box looks like horrible. It's like all kind of like it's not bent from like shipping. It's just kind of bent because it's like this shitty like cardboard. So it's like
Oh, but they have
kind
a
of
cellophane
bulging
wrap,
looking.
so it's like
It's bulging. It's just like it doesn't look good. And
open
I mean
it.
the art's fine, but it just doesn't have like a side to it too.
I
It
say
doesn't
just
have
open
anything
it.
written on the side. I don't know. I know it's
the can.
it's just-
Dude, the can be dope. I'd probably open that one.
it can be. Yeah, the can probably is.
It can be.
It can.
Yeah, got him.
All right, David,
Got
what'd you
me.
buy?
I guess.
I got 7 games this week.
Shit.
Since we last talked. My pre-order for Super Robot Wars T came in. Super excited about that.
Hell yeah.
And speaking of limited run games, one of my limited run game purchases came in the mail today, which was
Dustin
for
Elysian Tale.
Huh?
Dustin Elysian Tale.
No.
I don't know if you guys heard of it.
No, it's for Koihime Enbu Ryu Rai Rai.
The fuck you
It's
call
a
me?
fighting game.
What the fuck you just say? What'd you call me?
It's
just
a
curse at
fighting
me?
game.
Roy. Now wait, can I ask? Does it star a bunch of anime girls fighting each other? Yeah, that's what it sounded like. It sounded like one of those.
Do you buy it for the mechanics?
I've actually played it on Steam and it's not a bad game.
The mechanics.
Yeah, that's always the thing. Hey, you buy this because you're a weeb that likes anime girls. No, the fighting is actually really well done.
Fighting is better than Smash.
Right is.
You'll be seeing this at Evo next year.
See, that's the frustrating thing. Is there are genuinely a lot. The quick side tangent. Adrian
Yeah, sure.
knows this. I play a dick ton of fighting games. Fighting games are my favorite genre,
And you only
and
have Evo
it's
1.
frustrating because there are so many that are unfortunately that kind of anime weeb super hardcore style.
the
It's like
mechanics are really
all-female
well done.
cast. And they're really good. Like Arcana Heart, I will fucking fight tooth and nail against anyone. Arcana
fucking
Heart is a
something.
phenomenally balanced fighting game that unfortunately the style of it is very cringe.
Oh, yeah.
But
Well, I don't know about cringe. I would just say hot. I don't know.
all right, we're gonna need to call the FBI and Gore.
Gore plays-
Gore
Gore plays Overwatch for the
I
women.
didn't see it. I didn't see it. That was a joke.
Dude, Gore plays Overwatch for the women.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. Tracer, so I can fucking shoot her in the head.
Oh yeah, Hanzo, brother.
Hanzo, baby.
I was just garbage. Get out of here with that.
Moira, the hottest. What?
Hanzo's garbage. Get out of here.
He used to be, and remember he was the meme pick that everyone just laughed at whenever you picked him. Of course, sat through that. He had to deal with
What?
that.
Wait, what?
When,
No, that
everyone-
was the pick. Like, if it happened, then people would be like pissed. To be
Yeah,
like,
that's what I'm
"Oh,
saying. He was the meme
Hanzo."
pick, so
Well,
people didn't-
like Torbjorn was actually the number one, I would say. And I think Torbjorn's still like number one.
less so,
because
but definitely still.
Torbjorn's ridiculous. People get upset if you beat Torbjorn in competitive. I still see it, and
Yeah.
I don't understand because Torbjorn's fucking awesome. so, like
It's
at least
because
I'm-
he can't survive goats, so no one gives a shit.
Speaking of goats, Goats is still alive and well.
Goats Simulator.
Baptiste was not able to stop Goats. In
That's
fact,
what Overwatch is called.
Baptiste was not only not able to stop Goats. Some players are not playing four-player heal teams with 2 tanks with Baptiste.
Oh,
they're
I thought you
replacing-
were
They're
gonna- I thought you
replacing
were
Diva
gonna-
with
2-4.
Baptiste. So
I thought you were gonna say people are now not playing Baptiste. Because he's
Well,
garbage.
you can't solve 3-3 by adding another fucking support. You have to have some kind of DPS
Well,
that counters its side.
Exactly, I
Uh,
agree. He needs to be more DPS, and it's fucking. He can't because he sucks the big balls. Like
So-
he's terrible.
so
I hate his gun. His gun makes me physically angry every time.
so I think the
try to
gun's
kill
actually
someone
not.
with it.
I think the gun's actually not as bad as I thought it was,
I
but
hate
but
it so much.
the sound is terrible. I think. And
Yeah,
the
that's another
sound
reason.
just makes me just annoyed. It
The
sounds like,
sound design in Overwatch is a big reason why it's so good, in my opinion.
and for whatever
the
reason,
sa-
just the fucking Baptiste's gun just makes the most like just lamest pew 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 sound. I'm like, oh, this is. It sounds like lamer than Diva's gun, dude.
Oh, I like hers. It has a nice sound. Like, it's like rapid fire though.
But
His is
but
like,
Baptiste is. Yeah, and then there's a pause which doesn't make it feel good.
And his gun looks lame when you're shooting it. It's just like, and of course he has like the little jump, but the jump you have to charge, and like it's almost never useful.
I haven't
even
seen
if
people
it
actually
is.
usefully use that yet.
Yeah, like I to get to a ledge up anyway.
Which doesn't really make sense
My
to me.
character's more close range anyway, so what's the point of even me going
Right,
up?
that's what I was gonna say. Is I don't get why he needs that. Like, I guess maybe for mobility to get to people, but I feel like a lot of people would use that to get to a vantage spot, but you don't need to because you should be throwing that shit around with other players. But
I think they're gonna fix that.
I don't know. I think Baptiste was a solid thought for Blizzard to stop goats because it's the most. He's maneuverable, but he's also the most static healer where he has to have that wall up there. You have to stay in the invulnerability. Like, you can't move that much with them. So the idea was make this brick wall where they cannot pass. But fuck it. So people have been talking about this. Let me throw this at you, Gore. Is that the idea of Overwatch inherently with ultimates is broken, where it doesn't make sense. So it asks you to switch characters, right?
Yeah.
What's like one of the biggest excuses you hear when we try to swap characters in a game?
My ult's almost ready.
Yeah,
I'm almost at my ultimate. I still got to use that. So, but the problem is that when you have to use that to swap characters, but then you're at a disadvantage, right? Because you're already starting back at 0. You're not building that back up. So some people have been proposing, and I think it's a good idea, is give every character not carry over because that'd be dumb.
Because that'd be dumb. Yeah.
Sombra's ult charges way faster than Zarya's, but Zarya's infinitely more. Well, I guess
because you use Sombra, get your thing charged back up, and go and use D.Va or some shit.
Each character should have a point system, like individually, because every character builds it up at a different pace. And whenever you swap, give like half of that ult percentage to the next person.
Okay.
I think that makes sense because I'd be a lot more inclined to switch.
That's a fair giveaway. Yes.
Because I think Overwatch's main issue right now is there's not enough switching at the higher level. Yeah. Like you rarely see switches at a higher level. But I mean, even at lower level, I like when people switch. It's fun, you know. It's the funniest thing in Overwatch whenever people keep trying to counter each other. So like I'm Pharah, I see a McCree there, I'm like, oh cool, and then I swapped like a Widow or something. Then they swapped to a Winston. It's just the funniest back and forth thing. I like that, but there's really no incentive to switch. Like you're gonna start back up and then you're back at 0 ultimate. Like that when you think about that really throws up the balance of that. So I hope they do that. They said They said 2019 was gonna be big. I have a feeling they're gonna overhaul the game in some way. There's some stuff they have to do. We'll see.
Battle Royale.
Nope. Dio, what else did you buy?
All right. The other 5 games I got were Northgard, Mutant Year Zero, Road to Eden, Minutes, Absolver, and Borderlands the pre-sequel.
Oh, okay. You got the pre-sequel?
Yeah, because I already had 1 and 2, and I never got around to playing the pre-sequel.
Oh, you got PC, I'm assuming, right?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. You get the free. Do you get the 4K on the PC also? I know it's coming to console.
They get a free update.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, there were free upgrades for PC.
I didn't know if it was for PC also, because I know it's for the Handsome Collection, so I didn't even know if that was on PC, the Handsome Collection.
Yeah, it's on there.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, there you go.
Nice.
He got all those. He got Northgard, Hammerfall. What was the other ones? Jerry's
Hammer of
Folly,
Dawn,
and Rev Dawn. Yeah.
Rev Dawn and Super Robot Wars T.
And then Dawn of Anime.
Yeah. Dawn of Anime.
The fighting game.
All right.
Ruru Hakusho. What's it called?
So I got Borderlands. That's something I got today, which I wanted to also say is that so.
Broken.
You want to talk about your experience with that, Chris? Because I was actually meaning to ask you that if you want to talk about that in the podcast.
Oh yeah, sure. I mean, it wasn't a bad experience. I mean,
well, I guess what we should say then, I guess, is I didn't realize how limited it would be for sure. Even right now. Like I called. Yeah, go ahead.
I called. There's 3 GameStops near me, and I called. I knew one didn't have in stock, so I didn't even try. But there's 2 that supposedly had it in stock, but it said low. Like it was low, and sometimes
pre-order the game, which was dumb. You could pre-order online, but you couldn't pre-order in store.
Yeah, you couldn't pre-order in store, which
is dumb because I had that $10 off code for buying Division. I was super excited to use that because I caught that the last day that it was available, and they're like, oh, you can't use that or it was it's not available for pre-order. I'm like, cool, and I'm like I said earlier, I'm like I'm not in the market to buy more bullshit because I have way too much shit now. So I'm wandering around the store for literally about an hour. I'm like, I don't know what I want to spend this $10 on, but I kind of need to spend it. So I just got a $10 card.
I guess it makes sense because they just announced this for on Thursday.
They're usually on top of that shit, and you can pre-order online.
Yeah, I know. But it was a quick turnaround. I don't even think I'm sure GameStop knew about it, but probably only.
I think they didn't realize how much they were getting. That was probably why.
Yeah. So every store I called, and it was the same thing for a friend of mine. They had 4 copies of the PS4 version and 2 copies of the Xbox One version, which
Yep, same here.
that sucks. Yeah, I guess that's just the thing they got.
It surprised me
And that
because
was
I called.
every store, and there was only one like 30 minutes away that still had an Xbox copy. And I went there, and of course it came gutted. Like I said, if you don't know what gutted means, it means the GameStop takes a new copy, opens it, puts it on the shelf for display, so they have a display case. And then when someone buys it, they say, "Hey, this is our last copy. It's a new game." Not really, because we fucking opened it.
They should offer a discount for that.
Yeah, I know, right? They should at least give us the used price, because it's a fucking used game.
Even if they want to be more stingy, just 10% off.
Because it's a Blu-ray too. You have to try to fuck a Blu-ray up. Like you have to take a knife to it and be pissed.
You know what? What game was it that I bought? I forget what game I bought, but oh man, I'm not gonna remember. I bought a game. Oh, it was Injustice, because I think I found it cheaper. So I got Injustice at Best Buy for like $5 cheaper. So I went to go return my copy from GameStop, which I hadn't opened yet. And the guy at the counter was looking at me, and he was like, he looked back at his manager like, "Can we accept this return?" I was like, "You better accept this return." I didn't open it. Like it's in your fucking cellophane.
Yeah.
I'm not accepting this shit if you're not.
Oh
gonna
yeah,
take
they
that.
gave you that bag thingy too.
Yeah, they put the in like the little bag, yeah, and they close it up like that. And I was like, and I was like, I 100% did not open this fucking thing, so you're taking this back. Like I will be that guy to throw a fit if you're actually not gonna do this, because I think just by practice, that's just a lame practice. You're gonna charge new for a game that is open.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do that, offer me a 10% discount or something, because otherwise that's just bad consumer practice right there.
And the excuse that they have to put something up on the display is ridiculous. When you could just print the fucking thing out and put it in a display.
They have billions.
They have
billions
tons of empty
those cases, and they do that already. Just like do that, and I mean like
they do that. Yeah, exactly. Like pre-orders.
No one really gives a fuck if it's like, because you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of Toys R Us back in the day. Remember, you would take a slip. You handed the cashier and then grab you the copy.
That's
Fuck it, do that. Like, stop gutting fucking copies and putting them out there. That's dumb. I don't really give a fuck about what GameStop does. Like, I'm on the very low end of the spectrum where I'm like, people are like bitching about it. I don't give a fuck. And I take advantage of the good pre-order or the good trading bonuses, and I make mad money whenever I need to. Like, I have no qualms with GameStop, but that for sure is top level of the bullshit meter, where it's like, stop doing that. That's
it's all right. They won't be around in a year anyways.
They probably won't. Yeah. So I'm definitely not gonna re-up on my my pro membership.
Yeah, well, I re-upped because it's good. It works for me because I go there so much.
Just don't get upset when they cancel on that.
Yeah, well, it's one of those things that their stock is the lowest it's been in a while. It dropped below $9 today.
Yeah, I just read that. Yeah.
I was watching it live at work, just kind of on lunch, and it was just hilarious to see how much it was dipping down. Wow. If you look at like the year over average, it's genuinely the lowest it hit was 886 versus it was about only a few months ago. It was at 15. So I mean, it still wasn't doing strong, but I genuinely don't foresee them lasting another year or two.
Yeah. I can see maybe 2 tops, but they need to restructure.
Movie Pass is still around.
Yeah, but Movie Pass also got like no. They had a lot of investors into it, but
yeah, no. So don't you think a lot of investors will like flock to GameStop?
No, they in fact they tried to sell and they couldn't sell. Like no one wanted them.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, they were gonna sell to Jinx, weren't they?
I forgot about that. No, I think didn't they buy Jinx?
No, they bought Jinx. No, there was another company that was interested in them.
They bought ThinkGeek also. Yeah, they fucked up on that because I mean I like their collectibles and stuff sometimes, but every time I go into a GameStop, it's just like, oh, cool, games are over there. Look at all these toys.
To be fair,
and nobody buys them because they always have that clearance and everything's on clearance.
To be fair, I think
they got some good shit though.
I think ThinkGeek is actually a pretty smart acquisition. I think they just didn't handle it whatsoever properly.
They didn't handle it well.
No,
there was a ThinkGeek in my mall that closed down a year after it opens. And now it's a Yankee Candle
That's
shop.
A smart store, I think, but like, it's also a little hard to market because stuff's expensive for ThinkGeek, and it's almost like Ubisoft games where it's like, don't buy it when it first comes out, wait for it because it's gonna go on sale or it's gonna go on clearance. Like, there's a really cool chain shop lamp that I want.
Yeah.
I specifically I almost 100% just bought it on the spot because it's so cool, but specific. It has an LED light in it, meaning that it cannot be replaced. So eventually, things are not going to be able to work. It looks like a cool toy, so whatever. But
Yeah.
it was like 50, $60, and I'm like, and every time I bought something cool like that, I like off the bat, like if I see like a cool plush I buy right off the bat for like 20, $30, it goes on clearance for like $10. I got super excited because I walked in and just saw a BoJack Monopoly set, and I love BoJack Horseman. And I was like, oh shit, that's super cool. So I bought it for 40. It's on clearance for like $18. So like, there's literally
Dude,
no.
I saw.
Was that?
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
No,
Sorry,
it's
I
like
just- I
there's
just
literally
thought
no reason to buy anything at Think Geek unless it's like super limited, but it's usually not because it's
What's-
always gonna
what's-
go on sale.
What's going on with Monopoly, by the way? Because like Monopoly has all these different themed boards now. I looked the other day. I don't know why I was looking at like Monopoly boards. They had like a Coraline Monopoly board. Remember that
They
movie
have
Coraline?
one for fucking
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah,
It's like-
I
it's like
love
it's the
Coraline. I
Funko
saw that. I was
Pop-Up
like,
board
oh.
games.
It's just so weird, Coraline. Like, a
Well,
lot
I
of
mean,
these
think
movies-
about it. If you can go ahead and throw your license out and be like, "Hey, we'll just throw your branding on here and we'll sell it,"
Of course.
why wouldn't you? It's basically free marketing for the company. Plus, they get to resell the same game with just a different coat of paint on it.
Right,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
and they're collectors.
It's like a
items.
DLC skin, so
They're
you have to
collector's
buy the
items.
board
People,
game.
people like collecting all the different Monopoly sets as well.
And I get also there's gonna be people out there that just want something from that movie that don't give a fuck about Monopoly, but they want a Coraline. They don't make anything Coraline. No one cares. I
Yeah,
love
that's actually a
Coraline.
good point.
I love Coraline, and like I'm just upset there's no like Beyond Good and Evil Monopoly.
Yeah.
It's coming though. This year when Beyond Good and Evil 2 comes out.
When it gets delayed,
Oh well, it's not coming out this year.
it's not coming. It's not coming out next
till, like,
year. I'm happy to
2088 or
announce
some
that to you.
I'll be dead before it fucking comes out. Oh my predecessors like it.
Anyway, so yeah, I bought that. I ended up pre-ordering Katana Zero on Switch.
Yeah.
There were two games I was looking at buying. I don't know if I own it already. I don't think I do. Is Fury?
Okay. It's
Yeah,
$9, right?
It's $9 on there. It's like $6 on Xbox. I'll probably end up getting it on Switch though. But
Yeah, Switch, it makes more sense. It's all boss fights.
yeah.
So
See, I didn't know what it was at first.
it's
but
really fucking hard.
I hear it's
though.
Boss Rush, and I love Boss Rush. I feel like
It's
that's
really
a,
hard. Like it's fucking ridiculously tough.
I'm down with hard games as long as they're like as long as they give you a fast load and a good checkpoint.
I'm not sure if they do.
I mean it has a lot of high
I'm
praise.
just telling you things I've heard. I haven't
Right.
played
So I'm
it.
probably gonna end up buying that. And then I heard this game. I heard it advertised on r/Nintendo Switch deals was the Count Lucaner.
Oh yeah, Lucanar.
Something. Lucanor.
LACA. Wait, what?
Lucanor.
Lucanor.
Lucanor, something like that.
Lucanor. Yeah, I've seen it. It's like the 8-bit look to it. It has like
Yeah,
a
someone was
8-bit
like talking really high praise on it.
Yeah,
and it's only
looked
like
up reviews.
$3-4
It was like in
right
the
now.
mid 70s.
It's $3 or $4. So
Yeah, it's always on sale. I think I
Is
did
it?
buy it actually.
I haven't seen if it was on sale. It might be one of those games. Yeah, it's $15 regularly, but yeah, I'll probably end up buying it because I heard it's 8-bit. I heard it's also a pretty short game. So
Yeah, it's just like a kind of like a point and click kind of thing from what I've heard.
yeah,
Not exactly,
No,
not exactly like a point and click, but like
yeah, it's
That's-
one
that's
of those
not
older
good.
style games. But yeah, that one looks cool.
Yeah.
And I
Looks
think
cool.
that's it. I don't think I bought anything else.
That's all you bought?
Collectible wise, I didn't know that they had the Avengers pops out, which
Yeah.
that's cool. They have a spoiler in one of them, which is kind of dumb.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that to be fair, that one was.
So also to be fair, so far everything they've shown is stuff that I'd assume was gonna happen. So
Well, there's one that's not. I mean, I wouldn't say it's a spoiler because then you could say the same kind of pop was a spoiler for Infinity War, and then it ended up not being because
I know what you're talking about.
show up in the,
yeah,
Yeah,
well, that's fair.
his ass didn't do that in the movie when he.
But it
broke
was
out
a cool.
of the
It was a cool
iron-
pop.
It was.
I wish I got it. I'm really upset I didn't get it. I'll probably end up
Yeah.
just eBaying it one day.
Yeah.
Which side note, not to get into that in the movies, but I think at this point you're watching the TV spots. I really didn't want to watch special react or special what was it?
Special look?
Yeah, I really didn't want to watch it, but It was popping up all over.
At this point, they're not gonna spoil shit. Like I'm just gonna watch it. They would be.
They're smart about it, but I think with Infinity War, like the coolest thing I thought was like one of the coolest scenes was when Cap shows up. You know, when it has that train. But that was one of the TV spots or something like that. But
sure.
that was one.
It was a TV spot. They just put up the clip.
Yeah, so I'm not watching any of that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna watch that if it's a clip. I'm not gonna watch that.
Yeah,
but that one I didn't even mind. I watched that, and actually I kind of do mind because I watched that and went, "Ooh, the special effects look horrible." I remember seeing that clip and people were pissed that I said that.
Yeah,
it's just frustrating because with every single new trailer and teaser, you basically have seen the entire movie.
No, so.
But this one they've been doing really good. Every time they show you something new, it's like almost all old shit, and
they misdirect you a lot. So there's a lot of shit in the Infinity War trailers that never actually happened, but they give you the theme of what's going on.
Yeah, Marvel doesn't want this one being spoiled. That's for sure. Like Infinity War, they wanted you to make it. They wanted to make it look like they're going to be triumphant. They're going to win. Hell yeah! Look at this badass music. They're all running towards the camera. Friggin' Cap's holding back his Infinity Gauntlet like he ain't shit. Yeah, they go beat.
No, he definitely wasn't holding back like he ain't shit. He's looking like I can't do this.
No, but he was like
Yeah.
He's looking triumphant. You know, I was zooming on his face, and it was like building up to that moment. So it definitely made it look more triumphant than in the movie where he's just like and he's just.
Yeah, but you know what? The thing is, it popped on my YouTube so much, all these clips, and I was like, look at this, and I saw screenshots from it, and I'm like, fuck, and I couldn't avoid it. I've already seen it at this point, so I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna watch it. And I was in my bed last night, like at 11 o'clock. I'm like, yeah, but one of my favorite things is also watching reactions. Everyone watching all these videos, and they've been pretty good. So I will give them that so far they've not been bad. That special look was definitely a lot more than I was expecting them to do because they were on a roll, just not showing shit.
They didn't show Thanos until then.
Which is fine. You know what?
They showed Thanos' like hand.
We need one shot of the motherfucker.
Not like it mattered. We know what Thanos looks like.
What a fucking gangster ass fucking line that he had in there.
Oh, in the new TV spot.
Yeah, another TV spot, but the
the TV spot he has a really good.
No, I don't want to see. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to see it.
It's really good.
Yeah, I'll watch him afterwards. But I'm 100%.
I'll just say this: he's talking shit. It's good.
He talks shit in that special look too, though, which is like
I
want the one that's talking shit because you know what? You deserve it, man. Yeah, you fucking did it. You fucking kill these guys.
Oh yeah, you talk all that shit.
Yeah,
this has been another episode of Not Another Movie Podcast.
We'll talk about that for sure more this weekend.
Is there Avengers game tie-in? Let's talk about that.
There's Iron Man VR.
Yeah, we'll secretly add in-game talk into there.
Yeah, so if you're interested in movies, go watch our podcast on that. We'll definitely talk about that for sure more in depth.
Yeah. By the way, just one last thing. Everybody talk about like in a lot of the reactions, everybody's like, "Oh shit, Doctor Strange at the end." I'm like,
"Yeah."
Bitch,
so we were watching that, and everyone's like, "That's Doctor Strange." They come back and then watch it again. And they watch back like, "No, then that's Thor." I'm like, "Did you guys not think that was?" First off, I can promise you. Oh my cat's life! They wouldn't show you Doctor Strange in a fucking spot. Like that would be the worst piece of like marketing move where you did so well the entire time and you spoil that thing.
That's dumb. Spoil it.
And obviously it's going to be the big three that led the whole thing.
That's why, because that shot's supposed to be like the big three. Like you could say Hulk is a big one, but his movie.
He is a big one. He's a big boy.
Yeah, he's a big boy, but they also don't want to spoil him there, right? Too. So, but also his movie. So the big three, the original ones were Cap, Iron Man, and Thor, of course.
Yeah, that was a big fun fight that we had when they first showed up together.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and Hulk wasn't doing shit.
That's gonna be a good shot. Man. That's gonna be a fucking.
Hell yeah, they're gonna beat the shit out of Thanos.
I'm fucking.
Thanos is sitting down like, oh boy, here we go.
I'm glad Thanos was talking shit because man, that motherfucker deserved it. Yeah, good for you, man. All right.
He killed Hawkeye's family. Probably.
He didn't even know them. He didn't know them. Who are you? The dead.
Yeah. I don't know you, punk.
Anyway. Cool. You know what?
See what happens.
All right, so those are the games we've been playing.
Yeah. No, so
purchased.
One very last note. I hate they don't show Wasp in any of these fucking posters.
Yeah,
you know they have like all the dusted people down there. They just don't show Wasp ever. Like what the fuck, guys?
She's dead, isn't she?
No, but they show the dead people. So they show Fury and.
Oh, okay, yeah, I get you. They show Michael Douglas and his wife.
They don't show any of them. And the fucking new IMAX poster, Ant-Man's in it, not in it. Like what the fuck? Where's my representation?
Maybe he isn't it.
In fact,
He's busy exploring buttholes.
back to what I was talking about was
Going
I didn't know that the
He's
I know that
Thanos'
the
asshole in the poster.
You know what? Wasn't
You see
that a
his
fucking
eye?
joke?
You see his
Dude,
eyes
I
bug
swear to
out?
God, we made that joke when that movie came out.
Yeah.
Why
I think everybody
did it-
I said his dick hole.
Well, to get nerdy for a moment, in the Ultimate line of comics, that was actually one way that the Ultimate's Ant-Man would be a bastard, is he would actually shrink down and go into people's ears and then go giant again and fucking rip them open like that.
Okay. I think I said he
But-
goes into people's
No,
assholes.
he didn't go into people's assholes.
But to tie that,
The Ultimate storyline did a lot of fucked up things, but that wasn't one of them.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of really cool Marvel comics that just are way fucked up.
Yeah.
Falcon's head gets
Some of my
crushed by
favorites are the Punisher comics. The Punisher
Falcon.
comics,
I think it's Falcon's head gets crushed by Thanos.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
So, but to tie that in, I didn't know that they had the Avengers pops out. So I wanted to get the Ant-Man one, and it wasn't there. But I realized that there's a gold Ant-Man that's at a store nearby, so I'm gonna grab him and the gold one. Stock up with some Ant-Mans.
Anyway, video games.
Video games. Well, that would have been in what we bought because we show our other shit too.
Well, actually, here's a good thing. When are we getting that Avengers game? Like,
We're
really? Never?
That's in development hell for sure.
No, we're not getting it. We're just getting X-Men, fucking Ultimate
Yeah, we're
Marvel
getting
Ultimate
X-Men.
Alliance 3.
Yeah.
And it's just going to be basically all the... Actually, that basically will be our fucking Avengers movie.
keep
Well, I
forgetting
can
that
promise you we'll get an
properties.
Avengers game.
I keep forgetting that's Team Ninja making that.
All right,
every time
news time.
Anyway, talk about video games.
Borderlands 3
we just
got
were. We
announced.
finally were. You
Yeah.
fucking
Borderlands-
All
shut
right,
up.
back to Avengers.
Borderlands 3 got announced, and
How do you think Thanos is gonna die? Anyway,
All right, Borderlands 3
Borderlands 3,
happened.
so that happened. Gore was a doubter, but we told him wrong, so
yeah, okay.
he was like, well, what if it's not? I'm like, yeah, it is.
That was the most...
I just thought it was kind of stupid that we're like the day of. Well, it actually didn't go up the day of the announcement.
No, it came out the
podcast-
day after.
Yeah,
No, it
the
came out 2 days
podcast
after.
went up, day after. So it was supposed to go the day it was announced. So I just thought it was stupid that we were talking about while everybody already knew. But
That's something to talk about. You know what I will say is, I think we should go back to the podcast. I'm not sure, but I feel like it was a lot of me trying to convince Gore to play Borderlands 1 again. And Gore's like, I'm not gonna go back again. Let's fucking play Borderlands 2. What we
But
buy
to
this
be
week?
fair-
I got Borderlands 1.
well, it's better. Hey, new character heads. That's what I've been waiting for. Now I'll play it again.
Yeah, so I just want to say, I won.
I like it says new weapons. Like that fucking means that it's all randomly generated. What, they put some new randomly generated shit in their program.
Yeah.
Like they've just put Borderlands 2
You got
guns in there.
Infinity Gauntlet in there.
I bet there's new Borderlands 2 guns. Like it's just Borderlands 2 shit.
But,
New
we
mini
also-
map. They should just say mini map if there was no mini map to begin with.
Can we just take a moment to mourn that fucking whole presentation, though? That was the
yeah.
That was
saddest.
amazing to watch.
If I had
live.
a hat, I'd take it off right now.
Amazing to watch live.
Dude, I watched it. By the
I
way, I
watched
watched
it
it.
live.
I watched the condensed version, and then I went back. I said I gotta watch it. At least
Oh,
skip
yes.
through until it gets all fucked up. When he's doing the magic tricks and the girls there like doing phases, like I was like, oh my god.
No, I purposely planned my lunch break for when the conference was going on, so I fucking watched that live. That was painful.
I'm really happy though I didn't watch it when they were first airing it, because if that was the first time I saw Borderlands 3,
Yeah, no, they had to
stuttery
suck
shitty
up
trailer.
times.
I'm so glad I didn't see it. I'm glad I went back after to watch it, because that would have been such a disappointment. Them trying to get the Borderlands 1 trailer to play.
Yeah,
It's
and they
like,
couldn't. They just had to
and
have bring
Randy
people
just
on
comes
the
out like, well, I mean, they're fucking up in the background. I guess I'll just tell you, it's Borderlands 1. It's coming back next week.
And then let's also throw PAX under the bus for that.
Well, yeah, I would too. Fuck that. I'm not going up there looking like an asshole.
No, I'm gonna say fuck
I'm not
that.
getting
You
warm
should-
baited.
You should have brought your own equipment and tested everything beforehand. Your
No,
big game reveal like that? No, fuck you. You
Yo,
should have
Randy-
gone ahead, brought your own equipment, tested it thoroughly for the big reveal.
They probably told them that they don't need to do that because it's PAX what, East? And they've been
No,
doing this for
I don't give a
fucking
fuck.
years?
You still do a dry.
It's-
There's no way they didn't do at least try a dry run of that bullshit. And if they didn't,
It might have worked.
that's on them.
You know, it would be great if it actually did work before. Like, it actually worked perfectly, and now it's just like the program's like, nah, fuck you, baby. That's what you get, Randy, for being maybe a sex guy or whoever.
A
the
sex
rumors
guy.
were. So I was saying
Sex
sex guy because I don't know what the rumors were. I knew it was a sex
But
shit.
anyway, so Borderlands 3 got announced. it's a cool intro. We don't really know too much yet. I did like the way the trailer was. It was being a little goofy the way Borderlands supposed to be.
Dude, he was
Yeah.
on a sax. That was pretty sweet.
Yeah,
Brick
you know
on
what? I think
that.
I
Brick on a
like
sax with a mustache, and,
I like
and even
the
though in the gameplay it didn't have a mustache, which was weird.
I liked
I'm
everyone
excited.
getting hype over that cool city looking world that they have.
Oh yes, that fucking cyberpunk
that
city
looks
looks
gorgeous.
amazing. I
Yeah.
can't wait for that.
It's just Cyberpunk 2077. They just put it in there.
You're right.
Borderlands 3 is such a huge game. They just put Cyberpunk 2077 in there.
And then the gun with legs, everyone loved that.
That thing's adorable. You know GameStop's gonna sell a toy of that.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be like 80.
It's gonna be a motorized.
Pops.
It's gonna be motorized and removes. I'm like, oh, look at that little bastard. Ain't cute.
It's gonna be
good.
fucking Burger King Happy Meals.
Hell yeah! And
so-
it shoots ketchup.
So
Aw.
David wanted to talk about the Epic Game Store idea because that's
No,
got
I'm not.
a 6-month exclusive on Epic.
Yeah, no, I'll rant about that a little bit. So a lot of people have been having issues with Epic, and I have my own qualms. Just on a privacy level, I hate a lot of the business practices they're doing there. Going ahead and ripping out Steam information and just kind of adding it to their own little file to upload to their own sites, that's bullshit. What I actually don't have an issue with, and this is probably going to be a little controversial, I don't give a shit that they're getting timed exclusivity deals.
I don't care either. I'm gonna be honest with you guys.
Business.
And here's where you see the divide at, because there's a clear divide of people being like, "Who gives a fuck?" and the people that are like, "I give a fuck." People as console fans have had to like turn off my goddamn Xbox
right?
and turn on a
Yeah.
PS4 so I can play a different game.
It's all on the PC.
And whereas PC is literally like, all right, click that,
Double-click.
let it load. All right, play that.
Yeah.
But the thing is, and Jim Sterling had a good Jim Kozlowski on it where he was like, and even he was like, I talked too soon because there are issues with Epic Game Store for sure. And it's not nearly up to where Steam standards are, but he said that PC gamers are absolutely not used to this. Steam has had such a monopoly over shit that it is such a bizarre idea for them. That's why they're kind of throwing a fit about it.
Yeah.
But rightfully so,
it.
there's issues with it at hand too. I think the idea of time exclusives, it's weird, but the profits that they earn on Epic Games Store are so much more. Like that's such a drastic percentage of more money they get being on Epic Games Store that help your developers out. Like let's be real, like that
Exactly.
it's literally like what is it? It's 12%, but it's also
Yeah.
even brought back more if you work with them even more. So it could be as low as 8% versus Steam at 30%. That's a lot of fucking money they're wasting with Steam.
For
Like
Gabe Newell's donut fund.
yeah, you're helping them more, paying the same price, maybe even less, because I forget what game it was that.
Yeah, I think
Metro?
it's if you
Was it
happen
Metro that
to
dropped
also
in price?
use the Unreal Engine, you get a lot less you have to pay into
Yeah,
it
that
as
ended
well.
up back like
Using their
8%.
engines, so.
So I think it was Metro that was like 50
It was
bucks.
probably Metro.
Yeah, they dropped it 10. They dropped back down $10 because they're like, all right, we're making enough money to
Oh,
make
okay.
this up, and here's more money passed on to you guys. That's a good practice, I think, and Steam needs the fucking competition. There's no reason Steam needs to be a monopoly in here. Like,
I don't know,
Exactly.
man. Epic Game Store seems pretty sweet.
It's
there's a lot of issues with it.
Yeah,
I
sure.
was rooting for
There's a lot of
GOG.
issues with Steam too. So.
Yeah, exactly. And I was rooting for GOG to be the big counterance to it, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think GOG is just going to live in its own little niche world where they'll just do their own thing. No
And
one will give a
humble.
shit until Cyberpunk 2070 comes out or the new Witcher game comes out. And then people will care about GOG for a little bit again. Although I'm excited because they released Diablo and fucking Warcraft 1 and 2 on there, which I did not see coming.
Yeah.
But no, and honestly, it's not like time exclusivity is anything new either. I mean, it was like what, 2 console generations ago with Xbox 360 and PS3 that we were seeing that same thing too, where Microsoft would get shit for like a year, then finally PS3 would get it.
Yeah.
It's not like this is an unprecedented business practice in gaming.
I'm still pissed about that Arkham Asylum because friggin' do you remember what Arkham Asylum had for PS3 that Xbox 360 didn't
You don't
get?
have whole.
Yeah.
The Joker challenge map where you get
Yeah.
to play as the Joker. I was like, yo, I want to play as a Joker. I'm just like, nope. Or they're just like, nope. You got it on 360, bitch. You get some like I don't even remember what I got. I think I got like you play as Nightwing or some shit. I was like, I don't give a fuck about Nightwing. I want to be freaking Joker. Like, screw Nightwing.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
it's-
so that's my stance on it.
And it never came to Xbox. I don't think. Anyway, good.
No, I don't think so either. I think because that was like something with Atari at the time too. Yeah.
Yeah. It might have came to the Arkham collection. I'm not really sure actually about that one. But
I'd imagine for the Arkham collection they would
yeah.
have thrown that in.
So I could play it now. Oh shit. All right, never mind. Go ahead. I got it.
But no, and that's my thing. It's one of those things. I still think that Epic Store has a lot to do on the back end to kind of earn people's trust, myself including. I'm keeping a sharp eye on it because at the end of the day, I agree that Steam does need competition. And like one of the most weirdest, bitchiest things I see people complaining about is, well, we have one installer. It's nice to just have it in one place. It's like, that's how you end up with monopolies, and that's how you end up with nothing else competing.
And that's how you end up with fucking developers paying fucking 30% per sale.
Exactly.
Which is dumb. I mean, I get that was a standard, but I'm so glad someone's here to like, hey, we'll work with you and give you more money, because we're getting to the point where every company's like, we're spending too much. And honestly, like there's you can go either way with it, you know. Games are more expensive, but do games need to be more expensive? We don't need every game to be an open world. There's a whole debate with there, and I'm not going to get into that. But there's nice to be an outlet to be like, hey, all right, we'll work with you and not even affect the consumer. In fact, maybe even give them a little bit of a break where it's like, you're going to make more money, not be pressured to put DLC out, and it'll be easier for everyone to get to. That's fine.
And that's the thing, is I don't mind spending more money. I mean, one, we're all Switch owners. We pay a Switch tax, let's be honest, with a lot of the fucking games we get. And especially for me, where I import a lot of stuff, like when I picked up my copy of Super Robot Wars T, that was $70 to get that imported over. And that's just flat the game price. That's not the shipping and handling that went in with that either. And I don't mind paying that extra to get a good quality game, but it's one of those things when it becomes so stagnant and it's just, this is what we can expect without any involvement into looking at how things can be changed or improved. The market's going to die. It's going to collapse in on itself. It needs something to keep changing. And here comes Epic Games. Again, I still don't like the privacy aspect of things. I think that is very sketchy, them going ahead and just ripping data out of Steam, because that's just what we've caught them doing. Who knows what else they could be doing on the side. But at the same time, we went through that with Uplay, and people kind of forgave them for that. We went through that also with what was the EA's launcher there, Origin. Origin did the same thing as well. People kind of forgot about it. I think it's something that they'll be able to get past it. It's just a matter of if they add in the features people want and just keep basically hammering it being developer friendly.
I feel, wouldn't it be cool if someone made some sort of third-party launcher just like be the home to all the launchers?
Yeah, it's called Steam.
A launcher.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I guess you could put the launcher on Steam if you want.
Yeah.
Because I remember I figured out you could like put whatever you want on Steam, so I was just like, oh shit, all of my porn on Steam.
Yeah, my friend has it.
I put like Firefox on there.
Yeah, my friend has it set that whenever he's whenever he's on Discord or Steam, I forget, it just says playing Pornhub.
Yeah, because you can rename shit, so you can just have it like playing big fat lesbians or something. It's like, all right. Yeah, he likes that one too. Anyway, Steam's fun.
So there's that.
You can't do that with Xbox, sadly. You can't rename your games to say something fucked up. Anyway.
But yeah, so that's my stance on that. But other than that, Borderlands 3, I'm excited for it. It'll be interesting to see how it comes out.
This September, I said that it was coming out this year, and I was correct. Adrian said 2028 or some shit, and I was like, no, come on, man.
All right. So
I knew it'd be this year. I knew it.
Yep.
September though, that's even sooner.
I didn't know they had another thing announced. I thought they was just like, hey, here's the announcement, and then we'll just talk about it.
I would have said October, but September makes a lot of sense. Like, there's always like one big game in September.
Man, I kind of wish it was August though. That would have been a good ass August game.
Well, August we have like Shenmue and Control and what's the other game? There's something else.
What about July? When the fuck? Nothing comes out in July ever, right? I just want a good summer game.
There's always one game.
I think I do have one pre-order for July. I'm gonna double check.
There's something, because last year was like Octopath Traveler. There's always one in July.
You know what?
Also.
Speaking of bullshit on consoles, Control's bullshit with all the PS4 shit they get.
Dude, I saw the pre-order flow chart. I was like, what the fuck am I reading? I was like, this is a single player game.
Fire Emblem.
Fire Emblem. There you go.
It's
He doesn't
That's
care
what's out in
about that.
July.
it's
He doesn't care about
it's
that.
a I'll buy it.
Fuck you.
I'll buy it.
Oh, Fire
Um,
Emblem.
Yeah, that looks good too.
I think it's a lot of just like actual like shit that you get, but man, I hate that.
Yeah,
We need a
I
fucking,
don't like that. It's just like pre-order here, and here, store exclusive here.
That
You
reminds
pre-order
me
the
of
bigger
back,
one,
like,
you get more of this stuff, and this will be out in July. I'm like, what the fuck?
God,
First of all,
remember
July, that's a
2013
month before the
when
game
you would
comes
get a different pre-order bonus from every other store?
out. I was just
Target
like,
edition, Walmart edition.
But you get like they already have it mapped out where this mission's exclusive here. I'm like, why is that
Missions are
mission just part of the
bullshit, dude.
fucking game?
Missions are
You already-
fucking bullshit to make exclusive to every retailer. That was fucking dumb.
And that's really upsetting because that game looks so good. Have you seen there's like a recent game trailer we talked about it last week, but there's a recent game trailer that came out. I rewatched it again after that. I was just like, God damn, this game looks so good. I was getting PsyOps flashbacks. I said that last time too, but I love PsyOps. Play that game if you have a PS2.
PsyOps is pretty good. I haven't played
Yeah,
that in ages. I should go through that game again.
You pick up someone and just like shooting them while in the air.
Just shoot
Throw
'em.
that shit was not. There was no games back then that would do that besides Second Sight, I think it was called.
Second
Which
Sight.
that game had
That game was all right.
that game had the better story, but I would say when it comes to the telepathic abilities, PsyOps. Gotta get PsyOps. Yo, remaster that game. I'll play
All
it.
right. So this one's gonna be a short one, but I just kind of want to talk about it for a second. Is Drive Club got delisted from the PSN?
Yeah. And this is something that actually concerns me quite a bit. It's not so much the game itself. I think we can all agree. I don't think either of us are really big fans or cared at all for Drive Club. But this is a future that I really have a concern about when it comes to the kind of more digital focused medium that we're going. I am a big physical collector. Gore, you seem to be definitely right in the same boat with me that I like to have physical whenever I can. And going to a more digital only age like we're going, I mean, the new Xbox, Xbox 5, or they decide to fucking actually call it, it'll probably be Xbox Original, just to further confuse shit.
Xbox Classic.
Exactly.
What?
But whatever it's going to be, it's already rumored that it's going to be digital only. PS5 might not be, just because of the fact that there's rumors it'll be backwards compatible with all PlayStation, which would be amazing.
It's not PS3. I would be fucking shocked if it was PS3.
That would be
beautiful. I'll pay $1,000 for it. I don't give a shit.
Oh no, I'm sure they wish you would be around with a PS3 time.
I might have to. If that's the case, I might have to switch to Sony next gen. Like, if there's only a digital version of that Xbox, I don't know. I don't know if I could do it.
Oh wait, no. I can promise you, there will always be a physical. There will always be a physical version of that.
I don't think there will.
There will be.
I honestly don't. I mean, think about it. It's something like Playdia. As much as we laughed about it in the last episode, that is where a lot of our entertainment is going. Think about Netflix.
But there's a Netflix, but you can still buy all the movies physical. Like
you can, but
you can still, and vinyls are still on the way up. Like there's still a lot of vinyls. There's always going to be a market for physical shit. Like no matter what we do, there's always going to be a market. That's why I don't get the
vinyl
argument.
Is more for people that grew up with that and got into it. Yeah, there's
No.
Listen,
No. It's
I
not.
know
It's
right,
for people. It's definitely for the newer age. It's the people that are coming up now with it are the ones that are like, hey, that looked cool back in the day. I want to buy one now. That's a lot of the market right now. It's not people from buying vinyl again. It's people actually. It's a resurgence right now because the people think it's so cool. It's a vintage thing.
Right, but it's older technology still. It's one of those things that there's a more modernized versions that get updated to different tech, but at the end of the day, that's not what the mainstream consumer is after. I'm talking about what is going to keep companies afloat. Mainstream is what keeps companies afloat, not little niches like this. I mean, they help. They're always going to have niche markets, but at the end of the day, consoles are going for a mainstream audience. We're not going to have that physical concept anymore. I honestly guarantee it. 2, maybe 3 more console generations.
You're talking like 15, 20 years in advance. But what I think right now though is I think there's always gonna be a market for physical no matter what. Because say what we will, there's still always, and it always gets mentioned, but there's always that huge market in the middle of the country that has fucking nothing.
Yes.
You don't want you don't ever want to release a product that alienates a large fan base, which it's okay if you get away with like an online only game, like whatever, but you don't ever want to like alienate a large part for a game that should be accessible, because that's just bad. That's just bad customer service on there.
No, I don't disagree, but I do think by and large, it's going to happen. It's going to be a matter where we will lose it. We've already had a small sampling of it with the Wii. Think of how much games
But
have
that
been
was a
lost to
variant.
time when the
Oh,
Wii
that.
shop shut down.
Well, no, I get that. Well, to be fair, they've also
True.
backed shit up though. But,
No more
um,
meme run.
but I
But I
will
mean
say
that
that there's always going to be a variant though. I feel like there's always going to be some sort of way to play of disc, but there will also be the option for people like me specifically that's like I don't want discs, I want everything else.
right, but the point I'm trying to get to is that because there is such a strong emphasis on digital and that digital is going to be the a continuing factor going on. It's part of the reason why GameStop is going out of business. It's less and less people are buying physical. There's going to be a lot of games lost to time now because of this. There are so many games that unless you happen to keep it installed on your hard drive, and depending how internet reliant a lot of those games are, they're just going to be gone. And from an archival standpoint, that really makes me sad because you're never going to have those experiences, regardless of how good or bad a game is. It could be like a scenario like Anthem. Who gives a shit about Anthem? No one likes Anthem, but it would still be sad to see no one else ever having the chance to experience that again. It's going to be kind of like, reminiscing about almost playing pretend when you were a kid or something. It's like, I remember when we fucked around and did this as kids. Talking about games is going to reach that point eventually where we're going to reminisce about the different kind of games we did and played, but there's not going to be any proof of their existence aside from kind of contemporary reviews of the time. And that's what makes me sad. That's kind of why I brought this point up, is just because of the fact that it makes me concerned as someone that collects physical and has a genuine interest in archival, that there's going to be a lot that until we figure out what a solution to this could be, if there even is a practical one, how many games are going to end up being lost to time.
I think um, there's always issues with that, no matter what medium, though. Like we have that with some music, we
Oh
have
yeah.
that with some movies. That's just a
Hmm.
thing. And especially with games these days now, a lot of them like what the fuck was the game?
Yeah, wasn't there
Was
one
it
recently I
Mag?
was thinking of? A mag? Okay, yeah,
Like
that's the
games like
first
Yeah,
one.
that.
man.
And
Doesn't
the
matter if you,
256 player.
we have physical games of it. Can you play it right now?
You can
No.
play training mode.
I think I understand the whole archival process that you're talking about, and I sympathize with a lot of that. I get that you want to keep that with stuff. Um, I think with games, it's a weird medium because you need specific hardware to play a lot of that. You need to do a lot of specific things with that. Sure, I can keep my 360 games right now. One day, a lot of those 360 games or their 360s are not going to be able to work because we're talking like discs now. Yeah, even like NES, they were kind of built more to tough because they're cartridges. Discs are going to degrade eventually,
Yeah,
The
disc rot is a legitimate issue.
all that shit is going to like it's still eventually going to go back. Now, again, you're talking about like stopping it from happening to begin with, and I get that. In my mind, I feel like for the mass majority, that's going to be such a niche thing, and I think you understand that too. Is you're very much in
Yeah.
the minority of like, I want to preserve a lot of this, and that's cool. I get that. I think with stuff like
Oh,
researching and everything, I think we have such a cool sort of database in YouTube and Twitch and all that. There's so many outlets to look and see how this game was. And yeah, it sucks you'll never be able to play it, but that's on the same token, I think, and it is a stretch, but I think that's going to be a cool memory. Like, yeah, you weren't able to enjoy this with all these people at launch. I wasn't able to watch whatever movie when it was big at launch, Like that's something that you're going to hear about and feel about that with
sure,
other
but you can
people.
still watch that movie.
You can,
But
and you
there are
could.
movies
And a
that have
movie is
genuinely
just you
been
can
lost to
watch.
time, though.
Yeah, but those were
I'm
like
thinking. I'm thinking.
early 1900s,
I'm thinking
like
experiences though,
where they
like that.
couldn't do anything besides put some film in a salt mine and hope it doesn't fucking deteriorate.
I
That's
Yeah.
mean,
it.
even some indie films. I mean, I got a few indie films in my collection that I seen them go one single release of DVD and then just vanish from there.
Yeah, some of those are rare too. So like just the DVDs
Yeah.
themselves. Like there's certain movies out there that cost like hundreds of dollars just to have the DVD. I was like, no, that's okay.
I think gaming is such a weird spot right now because the way the medium is handled is very badly. I think actual stuff like Stadia would be actually a pretty smart way to keep it going if assuming it Google sticks with their shit this time and doesn't drop it. Um, but it gives people more access if they're not able to buy all these consoles.
Right.
But it's a weird thing because all the Wii shit was gone, but eventually all the Wii's were not gonna work forever, you know? Like that. Like
Sure.
at what point do we blame the Wii Shop channel for that, or do we blame the fact that it's on proprietary hardware that is only accessible that way? That eventually one day the last Wii is not gonna be able to work, so you'd have to find some really weird, awkward workaround, which probably wouldn't be able to happen to
I
connect
mean,
to the
that's what emulation is for at the end of the day.
right. And we
But
had that though.
it's
Didn't someone dump all the Wii stuff somewhere?
yeah, there are places you can get those and boot those into your Wii. Not that I know, but there are ways you can go about doing that. And for that purpose, it's great. I just wish that they're in a scenario like this, like Drive Club. That's one of those things where it's like if you're going to go ahead and close the game down, at least release the source code, release the game or something, so that way you can be like, here you go, bam, do whatever you want. It's kind of like when, you know, a PC shooter or any kind of online PC game just kind of vanishes. As long as the servers weren't entirely private, or even then in some cases like MMOs, that can still be basically reverse engineered. But a PC game that goes away never really goes away. There's always a way to revive it in some manner. But using MAG as the example you brought up, there's no way to reverse engineer that without extensive knowledge of how their servers were even set up to begin with,
Right.
to
Yeah.
ever breathe life back into that kind of game.
Yeah, and nobody wants to play that game anyway. Because
Fuck you, that game's great.
yeah, if you like terrible first-person shooters, I guess.
So
Look,
I can see
what
that.
other first-person shooter could you fucking get a headshot with a knife? It was a great game.
Call of Duty.
No, it actually came up in the
You
kill
can throw
cam.
it. You can
Yeah,
throw
you can
knives
throw
in
it.
Call of Duty. You can throw it and get a headshot.
No, fuck you.
That guy won.
Man, I go 10
um
out of 10.
Any
games.
game
I-
with a knife.
I think with that term, I think delisting the games is very that one that does suck. Even if you're not playing it, I feel like there sometimes is never a good heads up about it.
Yeah.
Especially like Drive Club gave you a heads up about it, which felt good. There were some games that just fucking straight up just dipped, which is dumb. I think that's
Oh, yeah,
totally
like,
bad.
remember Alan Wake?
So that came back.
Yeah, I know he did because they worked out.
They gave a lot of heads up on that though because they knocked that
Did
game
they?
price
'Cause
down.
I thought it was just like,
No.
oh, okay, but they didn't announce ahead of time though. I thought they was just like gone.
No,
after
so
it
they
was on sale for a while.
they made that game dirt cheap and they're like, yo guys, this is leaving, so fucking
Okay,
spend
I don't-
$2 on it and buy it. So that was fine too. There's some games. For
Yeah,
sure.
and that happened to like Deadpool as well.
I think,
Deadpool, yeah,
but
yeah.
to be, and that was also a physical game, so that was fine. I think the number one most egregious one that people talk about is
Scott Pilgrim.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
that sucks because that is a phenomenal game and that
That is a
definitely
fantastic game that I would, you know what? If limited run games ever did a fucking physical release for that, day one purchase, which honestly, the fact that they even did Oddworld Stranger's Wrath kind of has me hopeful that maybe they can figure out something that we can even at least get a
it
limited
was
run of
licensing
it.
with that, so I don't understand what they have to do, but
It might be the movie and the comic rights too. They have to like work with because the name Scott Pilgrim, versus the world.
Yeah.
That's the comic and the movie. The movie is not a big deal though. Like nobody.
It's
That's the big problem with that game is that I wish it wasn't a part of that I guess what license. Because I think if it was just its own thing, it would have definitely worked better.
It's called something else.
Scott Pilgrim, nobody. I mean, people liked it, but nobody saw it. And then they see this little like $10 game, and they immediately go,
showed
"Hey, it's a movie
Miyamoto
game. It's
the
probably
movie?
shit." It's, huh?
You know they showed Miyamoto the movie?
Yeah, they didn't even show him. They didn't show. Yeah,
Didn't
Miyamoto.
they- was that the
And that's the
didn't
frustrating
they actually
thing
show
is
him the movie?
no one really knows why the license for that is being held up, because for the longest time a lot of people kept theorizing it was Anamanaguchi's music that was holding it up, but I guess apparently the band got so sick of people fucking saying that just recently they actually put out a Twitter post saying that it's not because of us, stop fucking blaming us for this shit. So
That
no
soundtrack was
one
fucking great.
really knows what's causing that.
Wait, his name's Anamanaguchi, the guy
It
that
was a
wrote
band.
the music.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the band.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I thought there was a guy named Anamanaguchi. I was about to say that guy was born to fucking make music.
No,
That
that was a
name.
band. They do a lot of chiptune stuff. It's just all fucking really good. And yeah, that
Oh
soundtrack
yeah, the
for
music
that
was
game,
great. I didn't know.
that soundtrack for that game is still fucking.
So
It
there's
has to be
gotta-
the license then, right? Maybe it's the
It's a movie tie-in.
the-
No, it's a movie
what's the
tie-in.
guy? What's the guy that
well,
wrote it? Bendis.
Brian
Is that his name?
O'Malley.
Brian O'Malley. Who's Bendis? That's the other guy. It's Brian O'Malley. Maybe it's him. Maybe it's just like, nah.
It's a movie tie-in, which just happens like it happened to Deadpool.
Yeah. Edgar Wright, that fucker.
Yes, Edgar Wright's holding it up.
Yeah.
Anyway.
He's just like, nah. Make a Baby Driver game.
There's
That
that.
might be cool, actually.
So next up is there's no Elder Scrolls 6 or Starfield at E3.
Yeah, I expected that. No, anyone else was expecting that at this E3 is fucking stupid.
I think Starfield is totally fine to be shown.
I thought maybe Starfield.
Yeah, Starfield I could have totally expected to be there.
And not even gameplay. I thought maybe like a CG trailer.
I kind of put this on there not really to talk about this specifically, but I'm just curious. I'm really just genuinely curious how Bethesda's going to run this because they have to make a joke about 76 and they have to be up front and say, hey, we fucked up.
They already did.
Yeah.
They have to legit because they made the joke about Elder Scrolls being and everything. You know, like I get that they can poke fun at themselves just fine, but like they really need to come out there and be like, hey, we fucked up. 76 was a mess. We're sorry about that. They need to get because did they release a roadmap for it? But was that shit free?
Yeah, I don't think there's any DLC for that game.
Well, you could buy microtransactions for sure.
Yeah.
That's not what I mean by DLC
but
though.
I forget. I saw stuff on there. And I couldn't find if it was free or not. I'm like, I really hope that
It better be.
Yeah, no, like they need to come out and say like, hey, we're giving you a full
They charge you like $40 for Christmas shit. They're not gonna give you free DLC. Get out of here with that.
They need to like be like, hey, here's
so bad they better.
They need to be like. Because, I mean, sure, they need to just be like, hey, here's a full, like, campaign and shit that we're adding to this. Like, there's a bunch of free shit. We need to, like, build goodwill for that.
No, what they need to do is take the game they have and...
throw it in the dumpster.
Yes.
No, they need to... Well, kind of. They need to take it and restructure it because all it is just like, do this mission where you have to go collect war. All right, do this mission, shoot a bunch of bugs. There's no story.
Dude,
there's no character really, besides these audio logs that are fucking excruciating to listen to because they're so fucking long. And I don't give a shit about characters I never see in the game because they're dead.
Why does that matter? The world will be populated with other people. It'll be like you don't need NPCs.
I could go and talk to this guy. Oh, he's shooting me. Oh, he's teabagging me. He's teabagging my corpse.
I think.
Oh wait, he's shooting me and he's requesting a fight. I'm just gonna run away.
As someone that's not really a Fallout fan to begin with, I think the idea of Fallout was cool. Like the idea of Fallout 76 is cool.
The idea of Fallout, of course, it's great. It's a great.
I don't think it's
idea.
great. I think there's a lot of flaws with it. And I could see people not liking.
No, the idea I think is great, legitimate. If they put actual NPCs in there too, then it's great.
Right, that too. I was with David when they showed this off too. And I think I just had no interest in it. I was like, this is dumb. Like, whatever. In fact, we didn't really care about the whole conference. The conference is kind of lame.
Yeah.
But I think they need
they showed Doom. I don't know.
They should have just given us Van Buren and call it a day. But no, the only way I see them salvaging anything involving Fallout 76 is if they come out at E3 and they're just like, it's free to play, and then walk away.
No.
What they need to do is get Todd Howard and crucify him on stage.
No,
just nail those things, break his knees, put him on that cross, then burn it.
Well, here's the thing. There's no way that Fallout 76 comes back, because even beyond just the game itself, they've done so much to screw over their customers.
Here's the thing is 100% can come back if fucking No Man's Sky came out and just flipped the whole script and it's like a game that people are actually like.
No Man's Sky was way better than fucking Fallout 76.
No Man's Sky was a 1 in a million chance of something happening to redeem it.
It was also a small studio still. So you can have that excuse.
There's some egregious shit going on with No Man's Sky. He was on fucking He was talking about multiplayer in that fucking game.
Was he on No, he was on what's his name? Nerdy
some
guy.
night show.
Colbert, right?
I don't fucking know.
I think it was Colbert.
It was probably Jimmy Fallon because he does all the video game shit.
Yeah, maybe it's Jimmy Kimmel Fallon.
No, there's some egregious shit going on with No Man's Sky, and that fucking shit was rough. Like maybe people have little goggles on with it now because it's doing a lot better. I think Fallout 76 had some shitty things go on. Specifically, I think the only specific the shittiest thing that came out of their hands was the whole privacy issue. That sucked, but I think everything else it sucks. But that's not anywhere near what fire I think No Man's Sky was under. I think
but see, I don't think that's true at all, because No Man's Sky, I remember when that game came out, the worst thing about it is it was the best refund simulator. There was nothing to the game at all.
It doesn't matter if there was. It lied to you specifically about a big feature. Multiplayer in that game was actually legit. I had friends that were like, hey, you gonna get that game? Yeah,
Yeah, that's why it was
friends.
the greatest refund simulator.
It is,
Th-
no, it
that's
doesn't.
the worst.
That doesn't matter though. It's what I'm saying because people that get refunds they got physical games. I had friends that were like actually like, hey man, we should get No Man's Sky. We can fly and hang out together. I'm like, I don't think it has that. No, no, I saw him talk about that. They have it. I'm like,
Maybe they're from the future.
yeah, no, now,
'Cause now it
but see,
does.
but that's what I'm saying is the game made it. The game right now is fucking doing great.
Yeah,
It's
man,
got
they're
so much
fucking nailing it
goodwill.
now.
Every time a trailer comes out, it's being talked about fondly. Fucking Sean Murray now came out and actually started talking
Yeah, he
again.
came out. I was like, yeah, everybody likes me again.
Yeah,
It's
no, like that. Any game these days can totally.
he was like a groundhog.
Destiny does fucking bad at launch, picks it back up and fixes it. And there's always a Cinderella story that can happen with video games these days. Anthem
But
and stuff like that can do the same thing too.
I don't think
one,
Anthem
I don't
can.
see Anthem No, Anthem
EA
can't.
are a bunch of
Doesn't
fuckers.
matter.
No.
Did
Here's
you
the thing.
hear the recent thing about Anthem though? Have you heard it? By the way, go watch that Angry Joe video. It's fucking great. Or
Are
just
you
read
talking
the,
about the Kotaku
no,
article?
just read the Kotaku
I'm
one
gonna
that
read
Jason
it, but-
Schreier did.
But it doesn't
It's
matter.
a long ass
I know,
article, but
and
it's
good
great.
shit. First off, second off, I want to give a quick plug. His book, Blood, Sweat, and Pixels, is fucking awesome. That's something that both of you guys first need to read because I love that book. Anyone listening to this needs to get that book and read it. It's such a good in-depth thing, and it really breaks shit apart. Like it shows you the inner workings, shows you how much of a mess a lot of these games are, and how much they come back together like last second. It fucking made me really want Pillars of Eternity. I don't give a fuck about that genre or that game or that idea, but like that game's like okay, that sounds really cool the way they're talking about it. Anyway, I kept saying it doesn't fucking matter what company it is. If a company comes in, brings goodwill, helps out their customers, eventually, it'll fucking work out. I don't think there's
here's the
any
thing,
game
I'm
that's
not
not
talking about
acceptable.
the
EA
company.
hasn't done that yet. I don't think
EA
has ever done that. Like even with Battlefront 2, they're slowly making it a little bit better by
No
giving
one
you
gave
free
a fuck
stuff.
about Battlefield 2 now though, compared to everything else.
Battlefront 2. But
Battlefront.
Star Wars. You could say whatever you want, but Star Wars is one of the biggest licenses ever. So, like, you could say that, but it should, if there's anything that should be on the top of their list for making better, it's Battlefront 2. And
You're gonna
they
buy
give you more
Battlefront 3
stuff, and the people that have dropped off, that hated it, are gone, and people that loved it are still with it. So that's why it seems like there's still this, like, big, like, you know, like, love for the game. But it's just because the whole microtransaction thing is definitely, like, they reworked that. That was the whole big thing that everybody hated. And now they're also giving you free stuff here and there, that's cool, admittedly. But I don't see it being like a big difference where I could say like that game's great now. That's not one of the top shooters out there.
Well, no, but
It should be.
that was
Battlefront
also
2 from fucking 15 years ago was one of the best shooters.
I don't-
It's
I
still
don't-
better than this fucking game.
I don't think Battlefront 2 was also on those levels. It was not nearly on Fallout 76 level, and I don't think
No,
it was on No
I'm
Man's
not
Sky
saying it
level.
was. I'm just saying
Yeah, that's what I'm
it was
saying.
still a shit show when it
I
came out.
think
though.
the level of fixing shit and looking for goodwill depends on
Oh, yeah,
how
no,
much
no,
of
no.
a fucking garbage storm it was at
Yeah,
launch.
no,
The
I'm
bigger
not
the
saying
garbage storm at
that. I'm
launch,
just saying EA has never came back from one of their shit storms and made their game better.
I
And
think
they
it's
have
Andromeda.
plenty. Look at Mass Effect. That shit's
Well, okay, well, if you want to talk about that, they did the whole the new ending to that, which they didn't have to.
I'm talking about Andromeda.
But Mass Effect 3 though, so at least there's something.
Yeah, but that was 7 years ago.
That
But
one,
that's some
exactly,
history,
that one
though.
game where
They've
had
done
to
it
release
once.
DLC to fix their fucking ending.
Well, they
to the
had
game.
to do
They
that.
didn't have to. I don't think they had to.
Dude, they were hyping this big fucking ending out, and there was nothing.
You bought the game already. They
I
didn't
guess
have to.
technically they didn't.
No,
but,
that's what I'm saying. They didn't have to.
To
And it
be
was
fair,
free.
it wasn't really them. It was BioWare anyway. So.
That's what I'm saying, and that's what I was gonna say. Is this is on BioWare shit, not Anthem or not EA. And yet
But
EA
this
is
is
obviously
EA's idea, though.
right.
This whole thing about Anthem being like a service. So if EA just says, fuck it, and just gets rid of Anthem and it says BioWare out to the slaughter like they did with Dead Space guys, Visceral, then I mean that wouldn't surprise me at least bit because they just like to clean up their mess, not fucking fix it.
And
Just clean it up by getting rid of it, not just like, let me fix this.
I don't know if they can ever get rid of BioWare though. At this point, like
they can easily. It's EA. They don't give a shit.
I don't know.
No,
like
but
the
no,
last two
it-
games, Anthem didn't sell as good as they wanted it to, and I'm sure they spent a lot of money on that bitch.
Andromeda didn't sell that well, but the problem is that
So did Mass Effect.
at some point now we're running out of fucking companies for them to have.
But the thing is that the sport games, they do massive.
Yeah,
so they can
FIFA's
just
their
keep that
pig.
shit.
That's their
FIFA,
pig
even
right
Madden
there.
and the what's the other game? Even the NBA game does okay.
No, they
but yeah,
can, but I think that's just a restructure of brand that they need to do, and obviously they're not going to put these games out if they didn't think they're going to make money.
And they also still have Respawn too, and now they have Apex Legends. They don't need fucking BioWare anymore, not making any money.
I think Apex. I think
Apex is the best thing that's ever happened.
Apex.
Yeah.
Is a bigger fault to BioWare dying than Anthem is.
Are you high?
I think Apex doing as well and bringing a whole pillar up higher than BioWare ever was able to bring a pillar up makes
it's
BioWare.
not about bringing a pillar up for them. It's about money.
Okay, and that's what I'm saying is I think the fact that Respawn is producing Apex like that, taking the world by storm, making all this money, more than BioWare's ever made out of any of this shit, says more and leaves BioWare much more susceptible to closing up shop than Anthem.
BioWare should be more about the the story-centric games and stuff like that, which will never make as much as something like a Battle Royale game with microtransactions.
That's where EA's at.
Like, and I get that, but I wouldn't say Apex Legends was the reason why Anthem didn't do well, because Anthem does. I'm pretty sure it has microtransactions, right?
No,
they have like the loot crates and stuff.
I'm not saying that whatsoever. What I'm saying is
okay.
No. What I'm saying is EA's like, hey, we have this whole other thing that can raise it. It's like Activision and Call of Duty. We have Call of Duty now. We can funnel our shit there, and that's our backbone. And we don't give a fuck about fucking Raven or anything like that doing shit. That's what I'm saying is now Respawn's doing Apex and Star Wars. Like Respawn's over here making everything good. We don't need BioWare. As opposed to if there was no such thing as Apex right now and they were just kind of cruising through, I don't think they get rid of BioWare just because like that's still a pillar.
No, they will get rid of BioWare because they don't need
hypothetically. Is if there was no Respawn
he's saying they probably will now because of Apex.
That's what I'm saying.
Remember, Respawn has that Star Wars game coming out later, which will be a single player thing. Hopefully, they said it will be, but who fucking knows? They're gonna try to do some Anthem shit with that.
But to get back to what I was trying to say with the whole situation of Anthem and Fallout 76, the reason why those games can't be redeemed in a situation like a No Man's Sky or even like a Destiny is because they're flawed to their core. They're broken, unfinished games, especially in the case of Fallout 76 where they're using a almost 12-year-old game engine for in purposes it was never designed for, and same thing with Anthem's case. Frostbite was never designed for anything they're trying to do anything with it.
That's the one thing about that article. They talk about how like they couldn't believe Dragon Age worked.
Oh, dude,
they were just like, oh my god, god, we can't do this with Frostbite.
You need to read Blood, Sweat, and Pixels and read the Dragon
Age.
Did
they talk about Dragon Age? Oh my god.
Oh, there's a whole because there's 10 chapters I think in the book, and it goes on Uncharted 4, Pillars of Eternity, Halo Wars, which also Halo Wars gets juicy, dude. But Dragon Age, that's what made me talk about. You remember I was talking about playing Dragon Age Inquisition recently?
Yeah.
Because I read that whole thing.
Yeah.
And they talk about that, and they were like, dude, we had to use Frostbite, and we had to create how to do
everything.
Like that engine was not our engine, and we had to like basic ass shit that you could do in any other program. We had to fucking do all over again.
Menus and shit. Yeah. It was just like little like menus, just like here's a drop down menu. They had to redo that just because they're doing RPG and not fucking Battlefield.
Read the fucking book if you can get the Kindle version. Fucking read it. It's a phenomenal read. Jason Schreier is fucking awesome.
The Frostbite engine is a beautiful engine. I will say, like when it comes to Battlefield and Battlefront, fucking.
Well, DICE knows what the fuck they're doing though. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's the thing. But it's made for those type of games. And don't they use Frostbite for their sport games or no?
No, they don't.
No, they don't. Okay, but there's probably a reason why.
No, but that's why they're using it for this. They're trying to get more money out of it.
Yeah, I know. That's what I heard. I heard that in the article too. That they use it because it's cheaper because they already have it. And also, it is a good engine.
EA wouldn't do anything to fuck with their pay pig. FIFA makes them all their money.
Yeah,
entirely.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck EA, man. It's just.
But no, and that's what I mean, though. It's one of those things that a No Man's Sky can come back from it. A Destiny can come back because at their core, they're still fundamentally sound games. No Man's Sky's biggest issue is that it didn't release with everything it was meant to, which is shitty, and it's false advertising, and they should have definitely have been fucking harassed for the shit they pulled that. But the point is that it was salvageable because it was meant to be there, just wasn't. So you just add into it. Same thing with Destiny. At its core, Destiny, I played the shit out of the first one. It was a very sound shooter, one of the best shooters I played. It was boring. The story mechanics were interesting, but they were far between. Then Taken King came out. I was like, oh fuck yeah, this is the excitement I wanted out of this game. Now I have good mechanics and a good story and great raids. Fallout 76 and Anthem at their fundamentals are absolutely flawed, broken, and just not good. You can't add anything to them without basically redoing the entire game, at which point just do a different game.
I disagree with that. I think you can actually add missions and stuff to that, and it's not going to be.
You can, but what he's saying is that the
gameplay
is so limited too.
Right, and I get that, but I think the people that did enjoy it, because there are people that enjoyed it. I think at that point.
Yeah, but it dropped hard too, didn't it? Like the player base. Yeah.
Right, but
granted,
there's something. If there's anyone in there enjoying that game, there's definitely something to have with that. And I think it's possible. I think specifically for Fallout 76, I think it's definitely possible. You just need to add a lot of new shit and just entice people back in. Not free to play. Free to play is gonna burn everyone that bought the game.
No, Anthem shouldn't be free to play.
Anthem shouldn't, but I think Fallout 76.
Fallout 76 totally should be free to play. That one definitely.
I think that's burning the people that actually gave a shit to buy the game to begin with.
Well, the thing is, now the game you can get for like $15 anyway. You might as well just make it free to play. Like by the time E3 comes out, people be selling that shit for like $5 online. So.
I mean, fuck, there were German companies that literally gave the game away. Yeah. If you bought any other game, they would give it to you for free.
I don't know. That's like saying No Man's Sky needs to be free to play. It doesn't really need to be. Like, you could still sell copies. In fact, they sold the copy on Xbox for full price afterwards.
But they fixed it though. Because they had a great core. Like,
and honestly,
No Man's Sky with the randomly generated planets, that was something new and it was fresh. I mean, sure, there wasn't too much to do, but every time we went to a different planet, it would be different. There'd be some goofy ass animal to look at. There was something there, but Fallout's just Fallout, except even more broken, and it has online, but you don't ever see anybody. And the missions are shit because there's no characters.
That's what I'm saying. So add characters, bring in some way to show. I know, but I think they can.
The whole point of the game for them was to not have any characters, so I don't see them doing.
Yeah, so you're changing the entire point of the game.
Which I would love if they do that, but I don't think they're going to do that. I would love if they put like NPCs where there should have been NPCs, and there's people roaming around, and there's more creatures and stuff like that. And maybe actually fix the game when it comes to its.
And see, this is what really has me so concerned with Elder Scrolls 6 and Starfield. Is they're still using just modified engines for that?
Do we have that confirmed?
Yes, that has been confirmed by Todd Howard that they're for Elder Scrolls 6 and Starfield. It's going to be a updated version of the current engine they've been using all these years.
How come they don't use the Doom engine? That's not the same engine, is it?
No.
Dude, they need to use the Doom. That game was fucking phenomenal.
I'm pretty sure Doom uses Unreal 4.
Oh, they just use Unreal 4. I mean, I know it's not Bethesda making the game, but they produce it and they really they show it off like it's one of their games. So they should just use Doom because the Unreal Engine, if it is that. I thought it was id Tech though. I thought they called it that. But
that sounds right. It was the Rage engine, right?
Huh?
It was the same engine as Rage?
Yeah, I think so. I think it was a mod.
Yeah, id Tech 6 is the engine that Doom uses.
Dude,
but
Doom looks
I don't know if that engine's built to handle vast.
I know, but
I think Bethesda really needs to,
these games are fugly as fuck looking now.
I think Bethesda really needs to come back. I just hunker down for a bit. It's the same thing I felt like with Valve before they stopped releasing games in general. Was like that engine. I just did not like Source Engine at all. I
started getting sick of Source Engine. Yeah. That's for sure. Like, Left 4 Dead 2, I was just like, it didn't even change this shit. And then Portal 2, I was like, yeah, Portal 2 looks fine. It works because there's no human characters. I was like, all right.
So unless they honestly do a genuine overhaul from scratch, and it's just their engine 2. Or just finally fucking realize you can't just keep patching the same thing and just use Unreal Engine 4. I'm not optimistic for Elder Scrolls 6 and Starfield.
Starfield, I hope is good because that like a Fallout or Skyrim
space game. We just need more space shit. I love space shit.
Like No Man's Sky is cool.
We need more space shit. But
yeah, No Man's Sky is cool, but that's not exactly what I want from like a game that's in space.
Oh fuck, motherfucker!
I want more of a story. I want like if Mass Effect actually was kind of like what I think Starfield would be. which I think is going to be more like.
I just don't have faith in Bethesda anymore. I really don't.
I still like Fallout 4.
Fallout 4 was great for the first 20 hours, and then it's like, wait, this is just running into the same fucking knee-deep content that I've been doing this whole time.
Wait, 20 hours? That means you beat it twice. We know.
Exactly.
We know a friend that beat that game in like 6 hours, right? He beat it in 6 hours. He beat all of it, 100% of it.
No, I got 60 hours in the game right now, and it's one of those things that, I mean, yeah, it's fun, but there's nothing ever new in it. And the fact that you can run into the same bugs that you ran into with Skyrim, which can be the same bugs you ran into with fucking Fallout 3 and Oblivion, I don't know. I don't have hope for the company to actually do something credible.
Maybe.
You know what we need to do one day, Chris? Like, legit, we just need to uninstall Overwatch.
No.
We need to uninstall Overwatch and just fucking play. I need to do fucking No Man's Sky. I really want to play No Man's Sky.
I have it installed. I want to play that too.
Yeah, but the problem is it's so tempting. We just want to stop playing and go to Overwatch.
This is the one thing. All right, can I just say my pet peeve with games nowadays when they have multiplayer is that you always have to do the beginning portion of it. I get it, okay? For the beginners, they're like, you have to learn the controls and shit and stuff. But people like me, that's just like, I know how games work. And I don't even give a fuck how this game works. I just want to play from the get-go with people.
Yeah.
No Man's Sky, I think you have to like play the first 2 hours before you even fucking join someone's game.
No.
I think so.
No, I definitely had someone join right away.
Oh, okay. Well, you have to do the tutorial though, so you have to do it with a friend. So either way, you have to do it with a friend. So you might as well just do it by yourself because you're just gonna be doing. All right, set up the base.
Yeah, I
may do that.
I may pick up No Man's Sky if only for the VR.
Weird. VR, I might actually pick it up because PS4 No Man's Sky is pretty cheap like once in a while when you find it used. But I don't know, dude.
Well, anyway, the Division was like that.
We just need to uninstall Overwatch for a month.
No.
Because it's so easy. Dude. Whenever we're playing anything else, it's so easy to be like,
I play that when I'm not even in the Skype calls.
I do too. I just want to one day just be like,
I gotta do my placements. I can't do that. I'm gonna lose my. I need to get my gold weapon for whoever.
I wish you guys would just get it on PC so we could all play.
I should get it on Xbox.
No, because fuck that.
I actually do have it on PC also.
We should play on PC then, because fuck leaving keyboard and mouse. That's the way it's meant to be played.
My hands are like baby hands. I can't. It hurts. I feel like I'm being crippled.
I got it on my PS4 and I played. I'm like, yeah, this is an alright game. I think I'll get it for PC. And that's like, yeah, no, I'm not going back to controller.
Let me tell you why though. Is because I don't like playing on a fucking like desk with my keyboard and mouse. Like I don't like playing.
I want to chill out with the controller.
Yeah, dude. I'm straight just fucking. All right. Let's play some Overwatch.
Yeah, that's how I play PC games.
What the fuck do you do? Like, you fucking grab your keyboard. You're just like.
Yeah, basically, honestly.
That's dumb. That's not comfortable.
I look crippled when I do it.
That I don't know, but I actually have long arms, so I mean, I just fucking throw it over like this, and I'm good to go.
You know what they say about long arms?
Dumb brains. All right. Let's talk about PlayStation PSN refund policy.
Oh my God, who cares?
David, talk about this.
If it sucks, then fucking give your money back.
They're kind of going to almost like a more Steamish kind of concept.
No,
where
this fucking policy sucks ass.
Does it?
Yeah.
For studios, you mean?
Considering what it was before, which was nothing, it's better than nothing.
What the fuck? Okay, so if you pre-order a game on PSN, you can refund it in 14 days if you've not downloaded it.
Oh, what?
But if I remember correctly, any game that you've played that at least is under 2 hours, you can still refund, like Steam.
That's no. I was about to say because some games are like you can finish in 30 minutes.
It's pre-ordered. This is for pre-order shit.
It's only for pre-order?
Pre-order policy is you cannot have the game downloaded.
Oh, that's a shame. Anyway, what's next? It sucks to be a Sony
it says
fan.
It's within 14 days.
14 days, and it can't be downloaded.
It can't be that, but can you play it? What's if I play it without downloading it?
Oh yeah, unless the content is faulty. Okay, yeah, that's fair.
It is faulty. Game sucks ass. Call up support right now.
No, that's some dumb shit.
I played 200 hours, but I don't give a fuck.
And to be fair, I think there's issues with the Steam one too, because I think that's kind of trashy. If people play the game, if it's a short story game, they can just get refunds. That's some trashy
like
stuff.
Inside was Inside on Steam.
What the fuck?
Was it? I don't know.
Yeah. Why would it not be?
You know what? If I was that studio, I'd be like, no, because they'll just play it for like an hour and a half. They'll speed run it, and then they'll fucking refund. Nah,
I mean, really hard.
we don't play that
lot
shit.
of people that do that, like,
There's probably a lot
that's
of
some
people that do.
bullshit.
I bet there is a lot of people that do that, and you just don't know about it.
Yeah, I know that was actually a big thing with the new Bubsy game. Was a lot of people.
Oh well, yeah, that game sucks the massive day. I played that game. I beat that game in an hour. I was like, God damn it! I rented it. I want to return it.
But,
I want to get my money back.
I need to get that game at some point.
That game sucks so bad.
I've only ever refunded one game that was on Steam. Do you know what game this is? I remember I told Gore about this, and he was upset that I bought the game to begin with. I just wanted to try it out for the sake of it. I thought it was dumb. Was Hatred.
Oh. I don't know why you bought that.
Yeah, I was like, I bought Hatred. What the fuck? Why?
Okay. Feeling a little emo that day.
Yeah, that was that. I played that game, and it wasn't even a fun twin stick shooter.
This world is scum.
Yeah, it was the edgiest thing I ever played. But it wasn't even like a funny or like good.
Look like the dude from Metalocalypse. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, so I refunded that because I played about an hour, and I was like, I'm good.
Yeah, I think that game. I wonder, do they don't reveal how many refunds certain games get?
No,
do they?
Absolutely not.
I would love to know what is the most refunded game ever. It would probably be a game that's like shitty that like took like an hour to beat, right?
Or like 10 minutes.
I will say, in my mind, I think
that Bubsy game.
I have less sympathy for people that pre-order games that have them come out broken at launch, because I feel like that's on you as a consumer to know, and that's on you as a consumer to read reviews and do your research before sneaking $60.
That's the thing, though. It's just so many games that come out and don't get
day one patch.
and there's also no reviews until like a week later. Like, look at Division 2. I mean, it's a great game, but didn't get any reviews until like 4 or 5 days after it came out. And there's some people that just love that series and wants to get it, and it's just like,
yeah, but that's on you.
I wouldn't say it's
no, that's
fully
on the
on
game studio. No,
I would say it's like 50-50.
The fact that games are releasing not finished anymore. That's bullshit.
I would say
that 50-50. But why are we supporting that?
I know, but I'm saying I'd say it's like 50-50. I think it's partly on you,
yeah,
but let's not forget that the studio made a shitty game. Let's not go like, whatever. It's all your fault.
But that's just me asking. It's like, why are we supporting that? Just don't.
I know, but like if it's a big studio that usually releases games that are quality, like you could say whatever you want about Ubisoft having glitches, but most of the time their games are good, at least good. Like, what was the last bad game they released?
Unity.
The last 4 Assassin's Creed game.
No, Origins and
Unity
Odyssey have both reviewed fucking well.
Syndicate reviewed well too.
Yeah.
I have compared to Unity. You didn't even review that badly. It was like 7s mainly.
It's just, I feel like it's like I blame myself for buying the collection when that came out.
You should blame yourself for buying Hatred. I do agree with that.
I can agree with the sentiment, because we should be, as consumers, voting with our wallets and not allowing these policies to be endorsed. The problem is that until that kind of behavior which is what I think Chris is trying to say, until that behavior has become a proven issue with a company, you can't really know that until it starts to happen. And then once it becomes a pattern, then you can go ahead and be like, nah, fuck you. I'm not.
Yeah, like if Bethesda releases another online only game, that's when you'd be like, all right, let me just wait. All right, if you buy it day one, then that might be on your fault.
I think that's always on you, though. It doesn't matter if you have faith in
people.
No,
I don't agree that it should always be.
Especially with Fallout 76, that shouldn't be on you, because that's a giant series. They're one of the biggest series, and it's their first attempt. It's still a giant studio. Bethesda makes tons of money. They release quality games most of the time, and like I don't see that being 100% the person's fault. I would agree, like part fault. You should have looked it up, sure. But when there's no reviews, though,
it's literally asking you to wait for a day. And even if there's no reviews, there's Twitch streams out there. Someone's gonna bite the bullet and play the game on stream. Watch the stream. Like, there's no reason to not wait even a day for that game, dude.
But then you can blame those people that are streaming. Like, why'd you buy it? You were complaining about it on the stream.
That's fine.
You should have waited a couple days.
You're doing your research as a consumer. That's whatever.
I get that, but
chances
there's also the people out there that don't take other people's opinions as
That's
like
dumb.
fact.
And that's on them. That's
I wouldn't
100% on that people.
And there's games out there that have gotten like 5s and 6s that I really enjoyed.
Yeah,
I'm glad I didn't
you
listen.
can't account for taste.
And those,
But you should be able to look at the game then. I'm not saying you need to read an actual review, but you should be able to look at the game.
If you would like the game just by watching it. Like you can't tell if you like the controls, if you like the mechanics. You can't tell unless you play it.
Honestly, spend money on this company that you're not sure of.
It's not even like spending money
you're
too.
Always,
you can always rent the game too.
The problem with that's actually a much more viable route. Go rent the fucking game.
Yeah,
your save's not gonna fucking disappear. Go rent the game for a day. You're out an extra like $5. Whatever.
There's a red box if it's there. If you never use GameFly, you get a free month, right?
Yeah.
So
but in my mind, it's like you're actively putting trust in, which that's again on you. If you put trust in, sorry, fucking Halo has always been a fucking awesome franchise. They fucking fucked that up with Master Chief Collection.
That's not our fault though. I would not say that's our fault because that should have been working day one.
But it wasn't.
All it is 4 games. They put it on a fucking disc and make sure the multiplayer that has always worked before works now.
But
that's all they needed to do. But they did a whole thing where it's like,
and that should not be on consumer of you shouldn't have bought it day one because there is no reason to expect that to happen that way.
Yeah, especially the biggest property that Microsoft has.
I get that, and I'm not saying that
that's not our fault.
I'm not saying the company's not at fault. But I'm saying at the end of the day, whatever's in your wallet is up to you as a responsible person to do your research on. Every single purchase you have, you should be doing your research constantly.
But that's also, you can also say that the game is saying it works. So you go look at the box that says online multiplayer and say, all right. And then you take it home because it's been advertised as this having this, and then you take it home and the fucking thing don't work. Then that's just false advertising because it does not work. It doesn't say it will work eventually. After a few months.
that I disagree with just because it does have it. Like you're still able to play it. The fucking shit's broken.
No, but if it says online multiplayer, you can't play online multiplayer, then it doesn't work.
That's like No Man's Sky shit. What I'm saying is that we still, as shitty as it was, the 3 games we played in a 24-hour span of Master Chief Collection was the most magical 3 games of my life. But I don't know. I just, it's hard for me just to want to even these last couple games, like I didn't buy Division at launch. I didn't get DMC5 at launch. Should you expect that quality? And it would, in a perfect world, yeah, that'd be great. We can just get games game one.
Damn straight, I expect that quality.
We should be able to buy games game one or buy games day one and expect it to be 100%. That's how the world we live in. These are fucking games that are just fucking so stuffed to the brim now. Shit's just breaking off. I think as a consumer with your wallet, you should be able to take a second and take a day, maybe a week, literally not going anywhere, not gonna break the bank. Stay with it, as opposed to like jumping through all these hoops that you're gonna deal with if your shit's fucked up.
Here's the thing, though. I feel that the core of the argument is vote with your wallet. I do agree, which is why I still am for pre-orders and day one purchases, because that is you voting for your wallet to that company saying you've consistently shown that you've done good work. You deserve this. Keep doing the good work. The second you fuck up, then I stop giving you that kind of endorsements.
And by the way, I want to say one thing. I'm not really for pre-orders, exactly personally, because I don't really like
you a
pre-orders,
monetary value back.
But I like buying the game day one. Most of the time, you don't need a fucking pre-order.
I don't know, back during the good.
But I get what David said is true. You're kind of rewarding them for like, hey, here's a little bit of money just to tell you I'm in. Let's go. I'm ready for it because you guys are great. And then you fuck it up, and it's just like, all right. I'm
half and half on it. Like I feel like companies don't need that rewardment. They should never have to be rewarded for something beforehand.
Yeah,
they should always be rewarded for their product.
To be
afterwards.
fair, GameStops do pre-orders even go to the studios, or do they just go straight to GameStop?
No, they definitely don't touch that money because it's still you can pull it back whenever you want. Yeah, companies don't need to be rewarded. They need to be rewarded for the stuff that they put out that's actually consistent and doing all that. And that is different. I think that's a whole different argument. The only pre-orders I sentiment with are the ones that are like, hey, you get $10 back with this. Sure, do it. Cause
those definitely.
At some point in our gaming lives, you were buying brand new releases for $38 day one at Best Buy. So
yeah.
That was
but nowadays, I'm already used to it's been a few months since I had GCU, so now I'm just like I'll buy it when it fuck I want.
Yeah.
Yeah, I missed
I don't
my
give
Amazon bonuses for that.
Yeah. Oh, it's a good
Ain't
life,
that-
so brothers. Let me tell you. For
Yeah, I
someone,
know.
You know
I
what's
know.
fun?
It was a
Is,
good
you
life,
know what's
right?
fun is someone who doesn't even like physical releases. I still got that GC.
Yeah, ain't that some shit?
Yeah, I re-upped like
He's
not
just
that
like,
long
oh, I
prior.
get
I still
20%
got to the end of
get
this year,
this,
brother.
Yeah, fuck you.
All right. So next up, this is gonna be a small, quick one. We just want to confirm that Trivia Murder Party 2 is gonna be on the next Jackbox.
Hell yeah! Let me beat it off to that. Anyway,
That was one of the more
bullshit?
fun ones. That was one of the more fun games.
Yeah, it's.
I
fun.
didn't.
I
It's one of the.
remember.
It's not one of my go-tos, but it's definitely nice when it's like, oh, I want to play still a Jackbox game, but I, had my fill of the night for like TKO or the Rap Battle game, because those two are my go-tos.
I
Always.
saw that. Did we tell you about this, David?
Yeah, I think
forget
it was
Yes,
on last
I
week,
think that was
yeah.
on the first episode.
Yeah.
We're gonna set up Jackbox soon. I want to set up Jackbox soon, and David, you
Yeah,
can join up because
that'd be fun.
I run on Mixer.
We'll just play Overwatch.
I'm gonna install
Play
that game
Jackbox
soon, dude. I'm
Watch.
gonna actually legit install it.
Jackwatch.
I want to force myself to play
Wait,
other games.
Jackwatch sounds like a completely different thing though. It's
All right, that's it
Over
for
Jack.
that's it for news. So
Alright.
we're gonna go to this really quick, and then we're gonna play the game, and then we're gonna call it.
Okay. All right.
So-
Bullshit.
Bullshit. And you want to
Bullshit?
turn off your mic because this is leaks that you've been trying to avoid,
Well, I already know one of them,
which is
which is Persona. That
Yeah.
one I know.
so.
Is that what you're talking about?
I could tell you one of the other ones. I feel like that one's been so long rumored that.
Okay, actually, I know an easy way to answer this. Hey, Gore, you remember the video Brian Altano put out for
know who
Nintendo
that
Switch
is.
saying everything is coming to Switch?
Oh, that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, basically that happened.
Oh. All right.
Dungeons and Brazzers.
Yeah, Dungeons and Brazzers. coming
Yeah,
to
Dungeons and
Switch.
Brazzers. Hell yeah.
All right, so you don't want to hear the
So-
next two.
You can still hear me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna just turn it down. Go ahead. Talk about your leaks. Goodbye.
It's not turned on yet. That's why he's still.
No, it's
listening.
not. It's not yet.
Dungeons and
I just
Brazzers.
want to make sure you ain't gonna talk some shit.
Yeah, I know that. That's what you do. All
Right. All right. I turned all the way down.
right.
All right.
Yeah, he's still waiting.
So fucking every Zelda game basically that matters coming out. It looks like.
Yeah, fuck that
Fucking,
guy.
there was the drop for Link to the Past, then the HD remakes for Twilight Princess and Wind Waker coming to Switch, which I would be
Link to the Past would be
fantastically
super
happy with
fun.
all that.
I'm curious how they would do that. It's not. It's. I don't know.
Just
I'm
pour
curious.
over the Wii U version. Problem solved.
Link to the Past.
Oh, for Link to the Past? No. For that, they're either going to do it basically as one of like the virtual console releases I could see putting in a little thing, or what they might do is where we're getting the Link's Awakening upscale port, they might do that with
I like
that
that,
as well.
but I don't want them to do that same art style though.
I really don't
Wait.
either,
Is
'cause
Link's Awakening? Is Link's Awakening? That's a sequel to what?
Oh, that was a sequel to A Link to the Past. That was the one that was kind
okay,
of well,
yeah, never mind.
sequel,
I lied.
air
I'm totally
quotes.
down for that same art style then. I want to keep it consistent between the timelines.
Yeah, because technically it was a what if, because the whole game
Right.
ends in it being a dream anyways. But
Spoilers.
yeah, because that was originally with Game Boy released and that
Right.
came out. But
Okay, I see that. If they did the whole art style, to be fair, I don't want them to do it just because I think it's too soon. Like that was a cool art style and that's so unique that I don't want them to just like do another one right away. But yeah, I mean, I'm also down with it. I kind of want to play Link to the Past again. And then
I
Metroid
mean, I'll
Prime
always
Trilogy.
buy
That's the
Link to
worst kept
Past.
secret
I'll
of
never
all
not
time.
buy it.
What?
I said I'll always rebuy Link to the Past. I'll
Right.
never not buy it. It's my favorite Zelda game still.
I think and Metroid Prime Trilogy is the most obvious thing that we know is happening. The only reason it's
Yeah,
not,
everyone was.
I think what
expecting that.
happened. My theory is what happened is that they were gonna have because they've never missed a January Direct until this last time. I think what happened is they were gonna show off Metroid Prime. They went down there and saw that it was a clusterfuck. So like, all right, we're restarting this, and then they're like, all right, well, we gotta restructure our Nintendo Direct. So they waited, put out the other one in February, and they had to move around stuff, aka move around Metroid Prime, and I think they were gonna announce the trilogy. But now
Yeah.
what they're gonna do is since the trilogy or since Metroid Prime 4 is so far off now, they're gonna wait to stopgap the trilogy sometime later this year, I think.
I agree, and it's
So-
one of those things that, in a better world, we probably would have already heard about the Metroid Prime trilogy by this
It's there.
point.
It's the worst
We
kept
had-
secret. We know it's happening. So.
Yeah.
All right. So then, what's your call? Do you think these leaks are bullshit, or do you think they're real?
I think they're legitimate. If it came from any other site than like Best Buy, we've seen before in the past where like Witcher 3 for Switch was kind of leaked on a couple other sites.
Walmart's
But
notorious for having shit that's like like half of it's true, half of it's not.
yeah,
So we don't know yet. You know what? I would have said 100% until I saw Link to the Past, and I think it's way too soon to announce Link to the Past unless they do something weird with it. So, um, I'll still say it's real, but I'm very skeptical. I'm not buying Link to the Past. I think it's like two-thirds right, one-third bullshit.
I don't think it's bullshit at all. It's one of those things that Best Buy as a whole is generally a company that is on the up and up when it comes to that shit, just because of how much product and the various types of products that are constantly going through their business. I can expect a slip up of accidentally, oh shit, we didn't mean to put that up yet. I can't expect them being like, oh, well, this product that we never had coming through. And so I think if anything, the Link to the Past, like I said, I got two theories on that. Either it's just going to be a digital release, which Best Buy does sell
No.
little e-cards
Well,
for
no, it's
that.
gonna be a physical. Like, let's be real. There's always gonna be a physical Zelda.
I mean, they didn't do that with like the 3DS or anything.
What do you mean?
They didn't do for a lot of those games that they
No,
did
but
put
they're
out
not
there.
gonna port just. They're not gonna port an SNES game over like just the way
Oh,
it is. They're gonna do something to it.
they could. That's one of my theories. Is that could be like the first wave of how we get some of like the SNES games
It's gonna
on
be SNES
Switch.
Online.
Maybe
They want to make you pay $20 a year, an extra $10 a year for SNES games. Like, let's be real. They're gonna.
even though they gave it away for free on Switch because whatever.
Well, because think of it this way: they're doing NES Online for 20. Would you pay an extra $10 a year for a bunch of SNES games now? Sure.
No.
An extra $10 a year for N64 game? I would. I know plenty of people that would. And I think they wouldn't separate that. They're gonna make that exclusive to that. Pay this much. They're gonna make a subscription, and that's fine. But I don't know. Two thirds right, one third bullshit. I think. Let's get onto that game. Let me talk where they were.
All right, and that was us talking about the Avengers game that was leaked.
Oh, Gore's back.
Is he back?
His mic's done.
All right, and that was us talking about Five Nights at Freddy's Nipple Clamp Adventures.
Now you can't hear.
Corey, did you fuck up your headset?
All right, well, that sucks.
All right, well, I
Nope,
guess that's
can't
the
hear it.
podcast.
Can't hear anything on Gore.
Chris has left the building, guys.
No, we legit
We
can't hear
can't
you.
even hear you either.
No, I don't think you know because you're still talking. Hey, say nothing if you're dumb. Oh man. Oh, he's saying nothing. Look, he's dumb. Oh no, look,
he
he's
blurred out the
censored.
background.
See,
Weirdest
maybe if he
retaliation
wasn't
I've
a
ever
little baby
seen.
about a bunch of bullshit, he would have actually like not broken his mic.
All right, I think we should just end the podcast
No,
here
we
before
still
this
got
bit
we
goes
still
on
got
too
that
long.
game. We still got that game. And then we're gonna end it.
Wait, what game do we still have?
So I'll give Chris another second here. How you been?
Been working.
How cold is it up there?
Not too bad, although we did get snow today.
That sucks.
But I've actually been able to go without a jacket for the last few days, so spring is here.
Hello?
Oh, there we
Working
go.
out?
He's back.
Jesus
Dad?
Christ. It wouldn't fucking let me unmute it. It was telling me to blow myself or something. I don't know.
Dad?
All right. There you go. Anyway, I could hear
Finally
everything you
get the
fuckers were
cigarette
saying.
milk.
Oh yeah,
I
heard
you're
everything
you're,
you
you're
said,
dumb.
You rat
Look at
fuck.
this dumb boy.
Didn't matter. Well, you couldn't hear me. I guess I'll just be dumb. Fuck it. You know what's fucked up too is that I'm recording the audio separately, so everybody can hear me if this audio gets put up.
Nah.
But it
It's
won't.
funnier if it's not, though.
Yeah. Anyway,
Cut out
let's
all
play.
your audio.
Let's play this fucking game before I kill you.
All right, so I don't have a name for this yet, so we'll get a name for it soon. But what it's essentially gonna be,
Game.
This is a trivia game. So what I'm gonna ask for you guys for next week is give me about 20 of franchises that you guys know, and I'm gonna give you guys trivia questions on each of them. So Chris is gonna get his own question, David's gonna get his own question on something that they both know specifically. If they don't get it, the other person can steal for double points.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
That's all right.
So since I don't know, I didn't get anything from you guys. I assumed 2 topics that you guys each know, and I'm gonna give you guys a question. Then I'm gonna give you guys a bonus question on
Okay.
this. All right. Both are available to steal, and we're gonna keep track of points, and then we'll figure out what we want to do from there. So
All right.
we'll start this off with David.
Yo.
Okay. Your franchise I'm giving you is Tekken.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Tekken Tag Tournament 2. One game with a lot of characters in it.
Yes.
Tell me the characters that didn't make it to the roster
I thought that was the question.
that were in previous games.
Roger Jr. digging it. Gone is the one that immediately comes to mind, if only because he's only been in Tekken 3.
That's one of them.
I would know this. Mario, Princess Toadstool, and Grant Medea.
Shut up. I'm genuinely trying to think.
Franco. Zapdos. Frankie.
I mean, if we want to get real technical, the original King and Armor King weren't in it. It was their predecessor or their
No,
successors.
we're not doing dumb shit like that.
All right.
You gonna say some fucking hentai shit next? Oh, blurry. Thanos.
All right, you got 10 seconds.
Yeah. Other than God, I'm honestly struggling to think of
I'm gonna start you at 10 seconds right now.
Fucking, what was her name? Julia technically wasn't in it. She was as her wrestling alter ego. So Julia,
Nope.
her regular
Nope.
Julia.
Unfortunately, you were wrong.
All right, you got
The
one
only
third of
other
a point.
character not in the game is Tetsujin.
Oh, gotcha.
All right.
Jin.
Well, I should have given that to Gord actually to steal, but I don't think you would have
Jin.
anyway.
Yeah.
Tetsujin.
Sorry for that.
I'm
Tetsujin.
still counting
Tetsujin.
her though, because technically she was in the wrestling persona, so it wasn't actually her.
No, you're wrong. So
Tetsujin.
sorry about that, Chris. I meant to give you that to steal, but I don't think.
I
you
would
stolen
totally
it.
said Tetsujin too.
All right. All right, Chris.
Whoever the fuck that is.
Your
What?
series is Halo.
Okay. If it's in map name, I'm fucked because I never remember the name.
This is a tough one, but this is
Oh,
something I had in
no.
mind. You remember how a lot of Halo levels have transcripts at the beginning of them?
Yeah.
What was a transcript that started off the level Assault on the Control Room? This one I think is a pretty popular transcript. So
It doesn't matter. It could be the most popular thing. I probably wouldn't fucking. I still don't even remember the map names from Overwatch. That's the only game I play. Dude, I'm terrible with this shit. I don't remember names and titles for anything. I'm surprised I even remember Halo, the title. Like, what's that game with Master Chief? Evolution of Dance. The beginning of the end. Fantastic three-way. The 10-armed Willy Boy. Fry cook at the bar. Bang bus on tour.
I think we're going through Chris's job history now.
What's it start with? What letter?
I.
Caramba. I.
Macarena.
All right, what is it? I don't know.
All right, can I guess?
Yeah.
He probably knows it.
I need a weapon.
No.
Oh,
It was
damn. All
called
right, that's all I know.
It was called I Would Have Been Your Daddy.
Oh, I don't know.
You remember that?
I would have been your daddy. Sounds familiar.
Yeah.
But,
So that's when you
is
first.
this from Halo 1?
Yes.
I don't
That's
remember.
the level where you go down the hole and it's the whole snowy level.
Oh, yeah, I know the level. I don't remember that transcript though. Dude, I don't remember shit. If you ask me any of the skulls from like Halo 2 or some shit, I'd be like,
All right. So we'll figure it out.
Run birthday
I didn't
party.
know
Is
the
that one?
severity of how in depth I can get, but we'll see. All right.
Okay, thanks.
Bonus question.
All right.
And I made it a little audible because I think Chris's bonus question was easier than your bonus question, so we'll see. So let's see. Unknown from Tekken was in another game outside of the Tekken franchise. What game was that?
What the fuck is Tekken? I like Tekken, but I don't fucking remember all this. Hey, shit, ask me Mortal Kombat, I probably won't remember.
So Unknown herself or June originally?
I didn't even know it was a her.
Unknown. She shows up in another game.
I think I know. I'll say it when he says this.
I'm gonna offer you a chance to steal after this.
Yeah, I figured in some way. I don't think it's correct.
I want to say it may have been the second Crossforce game. I want to say she was one of the playable characters, or at least one of the enemy bosses in X-Force 2 on the 3DS.
The X Zone.
Project Cross Zone, you mean?
Yeah, Project Cross Zone. That's what I'm thinking of.
All right. Is that your final answer?
That's the final answer.
You are right.
Yeah.
All right.
Fuck. I was gonna say that.
Were you actually?
No, I wasn't gonna say that.
Okay.
It's a Tekken thing, right? I was gonna say that fucking game Death by Degrees.
No,
That
no,
was
that's
the-
PS2. That's way before.
Oh! I didn't hear him say what Tekken game.
Oh, yeah.
I thought he said Tekken 3 or some shit. Who said Tekken 3?
I mentioned Tekken 3 because Gon, I remember, was a unique character there. He's originally from manga series.
Who the hell's Unknown? See, I like Tekken.
That's
but
the,
June is... Oh, good.
That's the wife of
Unknown?
Kazuya.
Oh, okay. I know
And she
who
gets
Kazuya
fucked
is.
up, turns into a demon, and turns like a bigger demon than Kazuya. And
okay.
she's like one of the final bosses pretty much every time you play.
Oh, okay. All right.
All right.
I
I'm gonna
don't
call
remember
one
that
more
shit.
audible actually on Chris because I think this might be even still too obscure for you. So I might give you a
Oh,
little
yeah?
easier one.
All right. Give me.
All right.
Fucking easy.
Let's see how
Watch
easy this
this.
is. All right.
That's easy.
Actually, let me look at the
Solve it
level
immediately.
to be sure what it was.
Hey, I've been doing pretty good. I technically only got one wrong in this, and I at least got Gone.
You only had
Gone,
2 questions.
Well, I 1.5 because I missed one character.
All right. That's not half though.
All right.
That's half.
I
'cause
thought you
got
said
the
3. I thought you said it was 3 characters that were going.
No, there's 2.
Oh, there's 2. Okay. All right. Fine. Half.
In Halo 2,
Yeah.
the level Metropolis.
Come on, man.
He was literally just saying. I can't
Last
get
time I
that.
played Halo 2 was fucking like. Well, okay. I guess I played the campaign recently. All right. Fine. Because I played the Halo 2 remake. Anyway, go
In
ahead.
the level Metropolis, there's 2 major Easter eggs on that level.
Oh, okay. You mean the level?
List
The
me
actual level.
the 2 Easter eggs that you can find in that level.
Okay, Metropolis, is that the one? Again, I'm bad with names. Is that the one with? It's like the beginning of Halo 2, right?
So the levels go the Heretic, which is that cutscene only.
Yeah.
The Armory, which is tutorial.
Yeah. Armory. Yeah.
Cairo Station.
Yep. Cairo.
Outskirts,
Okay.
Metropolis, and the one after that is the Arbiter. Just to give you a little bit of window.
Okay. Is this the one with the scarab gun?
Okay, that's one of the Easter eggs.
Okay, one. Okay.
There's
You
one
have to
more
use the
Easter egg on
Banshee and
there.
go and get it. Oh, is this also? No, this isn't the same. Is this the one with a skull? Wouldn't be a Easter egg,
No.
would it? No. Okay. You fucker.
I'm giving you 30 seconds.
I got half a point so far. You said 2, right? I just listed
You listed one of them. What's the other
Okay.
Easter egg?
other Easter egg. I'm trying to remember the level. Before that is Does it have to?
Seconds.
It has to do with something with the Marines, right? No. Okay. No. I thought it was
10
like
seconds.
dialogue between Marines. I thought like somebody says something to someone and it's
Nope.
like considered. No. Okay.
All right, final
Okay.
guess because you're done.
Okay. The Cortana blows you.
David.
No, what is it?
Would
Go
you
ahead.
like a chance to steal?
Yeah.
I mean, I'll take a chance, but gotta guess it has to do with a laser sword.
No.
Oh,
The
all right, I
second
got
Easter egg that
nothing.
you can find there is a giant soccer ball.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I've actually seen
I
that
don't
video.
remember that
Okay.
one though.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
I didn't remember that one. Now I do. I don't know where it is though. I remember the Scarab gun. That was the fucking sweetest.
Yeah.
That I remember because that was cool.
Yeah. I
Ask
figured
me
you'd know
anything
that.
else. Fucking. I remember the other Halo one in Halo 2. Isn't there like one where it's like a cardboard cutout of somebody or whatever?
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
that's in Halo 3, and that was
3.
when
Yeah,
you
it's
had.
in 3.
Yeah, when you had to, like turn the camera around the corner.
Yeah, it's creepy.
Right.
I remember that.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. So half a point and 1.5 points.
Yep. So
no.
David's currently in the lead with 1 point.
One
Or
and a half,
trailing right
thank you.
behind in close second place with half a point.
Yeah, close. I'm close.
So what I'm
Getting
gonna
there.
want you guys to do for next week is list me off 20 franchises that you guys know inside and out. That way I can pull some trivia off that, and you're not gonna know what each other's franchises are, and you'll be able to steal off that if you ever need to.
Fuck, I don't know
All
anything.
right. All right. I mean, I can go down the list right now if you want me
Nope.
to.
No, I told you I don't want you guys to know each other's franchise.
I'd say Overwatch, but then you drop some lore shit on me that I'm just like, I don't know.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing is I could
Dude,
say it
what,
right
like-
now, and there's no way Chris is gonna, even if he had a starting point, would go through half of what I would list. I don't think he could even spell half of what I would list.
Yeah.
I will say this: Maker
Gonna be searching up
franchises.
some weeb shit, bro.
Remember, I'll say this: Maker franchise is fun for listeners to maybe they can know.
Okay.
Not fuck the listeners.
Well, I already got a few games that in mind. I think you know a couple of them, Adrian.
Okay, if you want to do specific
The
games,
series that
do
you
you guys
like.
want to do specific games or series?
No, it's a series.
I think series. Okay, yeah, do series. Do series.
Well, I guess one's a game, but it is a series.
and maybe you guys pick the same series sometime. You never know. But
I'm sure we will.
so stay tuned
Tomorrow
for next
we
week when we do that.
No,
All right.
we ain't doing it. Canceled.
So that was Blue Rupees Podcast episode 2. Still
Longer than
clocked
the
in at
last
2.5
one.
hours. I don't know how. Thank you for listening. You can find me on Twitter at Depunked, and you can find me at Twitch TV /Depunked.
Yeah.
And where can you find Gore the Movie God these days?
On YouTube, Gordon Movie God.
Oh yeah.
You can, I'm Gordon Movie God or Twitter, even Twitch. I'm Gordon Movie God. That's about it. You can find me nowhere else. In your dreams, maybe. I creep up in there sometimes. Blow you a little kiss.
All right. David, where are you at?
Usually the impound lot, but online you can find me
No one
at
adopted you yet?
no. But online you can find me at Twitch TV /DurandalJoyu.
Spell it out again because no one's.
Oh, you
gonna
mean that? You mean that impound?
You need to just restart your Twitch to something that you can spell out.
No, fuck that.
What,
It's
yeah, what
SEO
is it?
friendly as hell.
Wait, say it again. I'll try to spell it.
DurandalJoyu.
Durandal? Durandal?
All right, you got the first half.
Okay. And what was the last part? I forgot already.
Joyu.
Joyu?
Yep.
J?
Yeah, you're.
U?
No.
E?
No.
A? Joyu. Joyu.
Yeah, Joyu.
It's
French.
Oh.
Yeah, J-O.
J-O. Joyu?
All right, this is Gordon's trivia
Why?
question for next week.
Why?
Yeah, there's a Y. All
Why?
right.
Okay, Joyu.
You got 4 more letters.
4 more letters. E-A-U-E.
Nope.
A-U-E-E.
Nope.
Joy you.
You.
You if I didn't say 4.
You need to make a new name because no one's gonna know how to spell that.
fine.
I got the first half because Durandal is a
Mario
marathon
character.
No, it's Marathon Bungie. Marathon Durandal. That was the Xbox Live Arcade game. Anyway, that's the only reason why I know how to spell that.
No, Durandal's a legendary French sword, and Joyu is a dagger that was the companion piece to go with it.
See, now I don't know how to spell it. Could just let me have fucking Marathon.
All right, spell it
Some
out.
French shit.
Joyuese.
Uese. Joyu.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. I'm not gonna remember that.
Change your name.
Here, we should just have a link to it.
Or we can link him to his new channel, which is VidGameGuy5.
He
Actually, scratch that reverse of my dyslexia kicked in again. EUSE.
He doesn't even know how to spell it.
All right,
What the
so
fuck?
tune in
Just
next
let
week when
me
he
try and
fucking
fucking
chooses his
figure it
own
out.
name, where he fucking
Some
realizes
fun-
he
this
couldn't even
French
spell his
fuck.
own goddamn name. Goodbye,
Okay,
everyone.
motherfucker.
Fuck this.